absolutely amazing.
Absolutely.
All right, with that. Yeah, all right. And thank you guys for showing up and watching this evening as we perform our weird word art, voice art, if you will, to the tune of Dungeons and Dragons. Um, I think as far as announcements, I don't think we have a lot. One of the things I gotta say is I guess maybe next week I might have a work thing, so we might have to take a week off next week.
Aww.
So if we do have to, we will make sure we notify everybody that matters.
No.
But yeah, no, I'm so sorry.
How much do we actually need a dungeon master?
I mean, you can try it with it. You can go. I mean, it's up to you.
We
Yeah.
just go rogue for one episode.
Where would we end up?
Oh, I might be able to. I could run a one shot.
Shop.
So potentially a one shot. Just depends on. Again, depends on what we're able to put together in a short amount of time. I still don't have all the details. I don't even know what's going to happen yet. So, we'll keep you posted. But
Get your hopes up.
other than that, again, a lot of stuff still in the works. I know we've been saying that for quite some time, and so many of us have taken quick, brief, or not so brief hiatuses. Maybe lost in Kingdom Come Deliverance, and have not done as much work as they probably should. But we promise it is coming. So, with that, Ryan, am I missing anything? The social needs, how we looking good?
The Instagram is popping, as per usual. No, you come by. I once in a while, if you do want to see some of the stuff that we're working on, I try to drop little glimpses and hints here and there. I recently just showed off this kind of like cool coin that we were just working on. Some heraldry up there that we've been working on. So check that out. That's about all I got. BB War Games, who unfortunately didn't do the map on this episode, but is our sponsor. I guess he's still working with you on something of larger size, right, Jay?
As far as I'm aware, yeah, we are working on some bigger things in the background for some future episodes. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. All depends on what you idiots do.
All right.
But yeah, with that, I guess we'll get started. So, last week on the 5 best friends, +2, -1. You guys, after some difficult times in this sort of the Argonel estate, various different things happening all at once, various degrees of madness occurring, some sort of supernatural force that is driving you to see things, hear things, and act in certain ways that you normally wouldn't. You're sort of fighting through the shadows and the essence of the house itself seeming to attack you from all angles, both mentally and physically. After a bit of struggle and fighting your way through several of the creatures in the basement, the corpse flower, as well as the bone claw again, you attempt to leave. Exhausted, you attempt to try to find escape, only to be blocked. Your way to leave is held shut as a voice permeates through the room. The Rakshasa tells you that he is only here. You're his playthings now, and he will play with you until you break, essentially. And with that, we'll pick up from there.
What's the plan then?
Doesn't look like he will be letting us out of this house anytime soon without, I guess, facing him. I guess that's what he wants, right?
Yes, I don't think we'll escape this place without facing the creature.
Playing with us like a cat.
Hey,
With
that's what we
backwards
do. So, I don't know. Did the rest of you check upstairs very much while we were in the basement?
No, you fell through the floor. We tried to find a way to follow.
It sounds like we have limited time to find this devil before the thing with shadowy hands comes back. The long, shadow fingers man.
Ah. Before we go, poking about into any dark and forbidden corners, old Grimnick, he's a little exhausted. Could use a little lay down.
We should probably try and take a rest.
I'm just worried about if we do, we had about 45 minutes, and rest take about an hour or so. So I'll have to fight the thing again as soon as we get back up.
Elf's got a trick up that sleeve of hers, I figure. Seen it before.
And let's just talk about the if we don't part, because it seems a lot worse if we don't rest or try. I'm personally dying. I don't feel good.
Oh, don't over-exaggerate.
Eh,
I hate to be a bit of a
Whatever,
downer
priest.
here as well, but I believe 2 of your companions are suffering from an affliction, and I'm afraid I have no way to cure it.
Adeptus and I aren't really going to be able to rest regardless, and the only thing that was sustaining us was the monks back at the temple.
I would not deny you your rest. We shall carry our curse with us and take watch.
Noble.
Seems the thing to do.
Or
Maybe
we
you
bring
might
the
let-
monks here.
Some technical issues.
But what did you say, Val?
Oh, nothing. It was a stupid idea.
No, speak up.
I was saying, what if we bring the monks here to help you sleep?
Yes, no, that was a ridiculous notion.
ah,
Yeah. Remember
you
that
can figure
next
out-
time you ask.
Guys,
Yeah,
I
it
have
was
a
worth a
bedroom
shot.
over here. Found a bedroom. I'm trapped in.
Oh, your token is
Trapped?
waste.
What? The creature must have her. 2 arms.
I don't see any bedroom, but I see your bear. You're still a polar bear, right?
Oh, you see my polar bear? Okay. I see Kalita in a bedroom.
I don't think she has like the lighting on the polar bear. Is the issue?
Oh, and yes, why would Kalita should not be there? Hold on. Roll20 is also being incredibly slow this evening. I apologize. Could just be the size of the map as well. It is rather large.
Can I also get a wider scale of light if it's possible? Just for because I can't see a square beyond me.
Well, the house is dark. I don't know what you want me to tell you. You
But
know,
you can't have 70 foot. This is 20 feet, and I've cast a 70-foot daylight spell.
what's the how long does daylight last?
Was it 3 hours? Let me check.
Can you see now, Kalia?
Yep.
1 hour.
I'm there.
It's centered on you, right? I mean your hour's definitely up. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Are there any unlit candles in the room? We could just light some candles so you can see.
There's another chandelier right above his head.
I wouldn't go tampering with anything else in this forsaken place.
All of those things should be giving off light. Can't you see the light from those now?
Yeah.
Hey, I finally
Like
got to move.
often I have to look at the stream because I have no idea what's going
Oh, cheating.
on. I need it.
Remember, you don't have dark vision, so you can only see about that around you.
But is this place pitch black? What is the time also? Are there no windows or dim light?
There is light that you should be able to see. So
That's
the
thank
room
you,
is
that
lit,
really-
but
that helps actually now.
oh, I see why. Anyways, go on.
So if the plan is to rest, where do you suggest we do it?
I don't know. I mean, I got that little like dome thing I can make that can try and help us. Maybe in like a smaller room, with less entrances, like the front entrance here.
Yeah, one spot's as good as another, old Gremnick figures.
Why leave this room?
Yeah.
I suppose it does limit the
You want-
entrances.
I don't know.
No,
don't
for once I
care where.
agree.
Uh,
Let's be about it.
I, for one, am not going anywhere till this iron bucket starts moving.
okay, well we can't just leave Quaylen.
Who's Quaylen?
Is that? Can I
Oh,
cast
Waylon,
that?
yeah, you're alone. So make a wisdom save.
This my repair work though too.
I'll tell you in a second.
Make the wisdom save.
Do it, Quaylen.
Yeah. That is really scary, man. 8.
So as your friends all leave and you begin to work on Mark, right? So you go ahead and make the repair.
2d8 plus 5. 16. Changes health. I'm not sure how I added in his health.
I can fix it. What is it? 11?
16.
16. Okay. So Mark, the lights, the engine begins to whir again inside. The gears begin to turn as it like pulls itself back up. If not like slowly, like juddering a little bit, as clearly there is some damage. You look around, wiping some of the grease on your face, and the darkness just seems to be flooding in around you. Roll a D100 for me.
Oh my.
Yeah. Master Grimney.
17.
And a 1D10.
You using that? And Asto gestures towards what he thinks is a coiled up whip hiding under the burlap sack gown.
Gremnick kind of like pats it around at his person to see what's sticking out, kind of suspiciously, almost like he's trying to hide his treasures. Well, I don't so really know how to use it so well. It ain't really for me. But
You mind if I borrow that?
well, borrow, you know. You know, you tries it out. You see if you like it. Maybe we come to an agreement later. Like, yeah.
All right.
Gremnick takes the scorpion whip out of his burlap and hands it over to Asto.
Asto.
Pulled it off that dog man. He burned up. This was all that was left.
Asto cracks the whip, or attempts to crack a whip. Then Thanks very much.
Quaylen,
Yeah, you know what the niggers yet.
Quaylen in the other room, as the shadows sort of strangle you almost, as just the darkness moves in all around you. From one of the shadows, you see a small shape sort of step out. This wicked smile across a full head of wild white hair, cleanly shaven. A pair of goggles sits across the forehead as Hackwack Kazap stands before you.
Oh, you're not supposed to be here. How did you? This is you. You did this. You shot me here. This is all part of the game, isn't it?
Ha! You think that I've trapped you here, but really it is your own inadequacies that have trapped you here. Your own failures, Kazoo.
Ah! No, nonsense. I just haven't got out yet.
Yes, admit it. You're an embarrassment to all rock gnomes, to the society, to everyone. Your little devices will never work, and you will inevitably fail.
No, so that's true. Look, he's standing right now. He's completely works. You fool.
With that, he like crumbles down a little bit. All the damage just still like crinkly. Yeah.
Yes, quite. You are a disgrace, and you should excuse yourself from existence.
No.
You continue you continue to panic, and he just continues to stay there in your vision as you guys begin to argue. What are the rest of you doing?
Can we hear this conversation, or at least like the half of the conversation in the other room?
Yeah, the door is open. Yeah, so you hear Quaylen fighting with himself. Yep. We're having an argument.
Yeah. Usual? Does it sound any different than his usual, like, diatribe while he's working on things? Is this more animated?
Make an insight check.
What's that little gnome pottering on about now?
It's 26.
You would say there is a little bit of a waver in Quaylen's voice that you're not familiar with. But so it's kind of hard to determine. But
Anyone else be feeling like perhaps we shouldn't be leaving folk alone by themselves, like?
I've been saying it for weeks, mate.
Well, what say we go, have a look at the gnome and his broken down pipe, like? All of us, like.
You too, Val.
You're going the wrong way, Elf.
I'm coming.
Hello, Quaylen.
Your greatest invention was a device that burnt toast.
Yes, however, it significantly beat out your invention that year, which, if I remember correctly, flattened cloth.
I was working on bigger things. Look, behold, my greatest work.
Ha!
What have you made? Nothing even close. Come now. Yes, no. Yes, tell everyone. Yes, tell this one.
Yes, well, all I know is that I am in my lab enjoying the trappings of success while you are rummaging around a dirty old house with, look at these failure friends of yours. More failures. Failure attracts failure, I always say.
He is right. Some of you have failed at some things, but don't let that get down on you. He's the one that's the failure.
Yeah. Who the fuck is he talking to?
What are you going on about, gnome?
Yeah, tell this one right here how much my inventions have helped. Look at Mark. He's splendid. This
Master
one here,
Kazoo,
no
are
one's
you-
even heard of you.
Are you talking to my one?
What? No, Mark. He hardly listens at all. This one, this short, little, fat, plump one in front of me. He
Master
spent
sees
his
nothing.
life trying to steal my work, trying to live up to me.
That don't seem like you're speaking to no one.
Aye.
You feel your friends can't even tell I'm in the room. Ha!
That's because you're so short. He's right there. Look at him.
Quellan, there is no one there.
Gremnick takes a long haul off his pipe and blows it in the direction where Quaylen's looking, trying to use his smoke to determine if there's something invisible there.
How crude. Just like your filthy invention.
That was rather rude, Mr. Gremnick. You blowing it right in his face.
What face you
But
talking
he
about? No.
deserves it.
Asto cracks his new whip in the general direction of what Kazoo was looking at.
Ah! Vile brutes! I see the sort you hang out with these days, Quaylen.
That's right. If you know what's good for you, you'd leave before you get him another one. Get him again, Asto.
He tries to let out another whip.
So, despite their efforts, the hallucination just continues to haunt you. So,
Quellan, you remember how, everybody in this house has been acting a little funny. I just collapsed on the stairs and Val started crying uncontrollably, and
It's no wonder this one's here. His vile experiments have probably caused significant harm to all of us.
Oh yeah, and listen to the 8-foot cat creature that clearly came from the forest somewhere, crawled out with no education. Pah! Of course, Quaylen. Is this how you wrote your dissertation? With this advice?
Yeah.
Superb. How dare you insult
I
me?
think you had enough, Gnome. It's time for a nap.
That's right, Gnome. You've had enough. You listen to the dwarf.
Eh.
Gremnick looks around to his companions.
Gremnick might need a hand with this.
don't worry, I got it. I walk up and I grab Quaylen, and I hold him at like full arm's length, like a little kicking child.
Which is exactly what Quaylen's doing.
All right, everyone in the bubble, gather around. Elf, do your thing.
Master DM,
Okay.
can I have
Alright.
whatever it is as an insert for my new toy?
yes, I'll get it to you.
Well, this is cozy, isn't it?
I'm gonna pull out. Wait, actually, hang on. Kalita, Bearlita,
What's your problem? Yeah.
you're a little big for this.
What was that, bear?
You might need to turn into something
Which
a
one of
little
you was
less
doing that?
cute.
Hey, hang on. I think I'm fluent in bear. Am I fluent in bear?
$5 says you ain't.
Make an intelligence check.
I don't know if speaking to animals is intelligent. I will do it.
I got rid of my speak to animals spell.
Holy shit, he's a bear whisperer.
That's a damn near bear whisper.
You are very aware of the fact that you are not fluent in bear.
Because no roll could make you understand what the bear was saying.
No, it's just whether or not you thought you understood what the bear was saying. That's why it was
think I very
That's
much
why it was
believe you.
intelligence.
I believe she wants us to groom her.
I'm really good at this. Okay, I put Quaylen down and I start licking the bear.
Yeah.
Just don't move. There's a little bit here that I need to take care of. Hold on.
Oh
Um,
man.
I'm
Turn
not
back into
sure
Kalita right at that moment.
that's what she had in mind. But
I do not stop licking. Oh, that's
You're all getting
skin.
the madness.
That is weird. Oh, tiefling. Not tasty. No offense.
None taken.
She says, thank you. Right, let's be about our business. None of this funny stuff. Val, hit it.
Wait, I still see her as a bear.
It's because she's.
Kalita, are you changing forms or no?
I'll change form for value. Only had 2 hit points left anyway.
Well, it's free for you if you want to be inside. It's just you won't fit.
2 hit points.
It's the ruling on sleep. How long before you start taking exhaustion?
Anything over 24 hours typically.
And you have to have had a long rest in between, right? Or you just have to sleep for some
You need a long rest.
How long has it been since I've slept? If the last time I slept was on Tainted Ghost.
Definitely you should have a point of exhaustion.
And how many
However,
points of exhaustion?
it only takes you 4 hours to meditate, you know?
But I got to attune to this weapon,
right? Yeah, which takes, I think, a full short rest, so you would need a full 8 hours, right?
Okay, well, I'm going to attune to the weapon. I'm going to stand on top of the piano. I'm going to start cracking the whip at all of you. Over and over and over until I get that perfect, smooth wrist action.
Yeah, you know we're trying to sleep here, pirate.
Astro tries to do it a little slower so it doesn't snap.
All right, so just to clarify, so Val, you were using Leoman's tiny hut.
That is the plan. I haven't cast it yet.
Okay.
Yeah. But at that, I'm gonna pull a little crystal off of this crystal necklace I have, of little tiny beads, and just like hold it in the air and protect us. Handseath? I don't really care. Or whatever god. She throws it and casts Leomund's tiny hut. Leomund's tiny hut.
I mean, you know you have a goddess of, like, nature, right?
Yeah, well, not entirely.
Okay. So you guys watch as this sort of shimmering light appears, almost, at first it's sort of like a blend of like glowing orange and in like light green as it sort of runs through the seasons that changes. It sort of shimmers above you and around in a 10-foot dome. As it hits the ground, it's sort of like again just sort of shimmers just barely. You can almost just barely see, almost like the haze, like when you're looking at so like heat waves almost. It sort of give off around the outside of the dome, but otherwise it's fairly translucent. You can see in and out of it. The air inside is comfortable. You feel some of that tension in the house sort of fade as the dome itself seems to push the shadows back.
Now don't go waking me unless there's smashing to be done.
With that, Gremnick just kind of collapses on the spot. Fine, gets comfortable and goes to sleep.
Wow, that's kind of comfy in here.
Master Adeptus, is he already asleep?
Astro cracks the whip.
I am not.
Great.
Don't make that a habit, pirate.
He's grinning.
I'm sorry, Inquisitor. Speak on.
No, yes, I'm marveling at the dwarf's ability to just sleep in any given situation on command. It's impressive.
Yes, it is
I think. Are you sure we'll be safe in here?
No.
I would say nothing is for certain in this place.
That may be the single most direct answer I've ever received from the elf.
Well, I don't know much about it. I just woke up one day and was able to do this. I mean, this is a good test, right?
So what you're saying is there's a very good chance that we die in here.
What? I mean, isn't that already the case?
Well, I guess I'll take the first watch.
No, I got this.
Am I not able to take watch? Or am I just like sitting there?
Adeptus and I aren't able to sleep without having horrible nightmares and waking up anyway. We should just take the watch. We're going to be exhausted regardless.
Do not fear, Inquisitor. We cannot sleep, as Master Hayes announced. You rest, and we shall take watch. Both of us have injured the creature before. Hopefully we should make a good start, should it appear.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be up for a bit anyway. Too. So I'll join you guys. We can hang out.
Sounds good.
So as all of you sort of settle in, the Inquisitor reluctantly, closes his eyes and the exhaustion clearly sets in. Kalita, you're also sleeping?
Yeah.
Quaylen? Quaylen?
Yeah.
You're also sleeping?
I will certainly try.
Make another wisdom save for me. So you are attempting to sleep. However, visions of Kazap just continue to haunt you. So you do not get a full long rest.
Do I get any spell slots back from a short rest?
I will give you a short rest because of the time frame, right? You guys are trying to get a full 8 hours in here, right? So I would say the first 4 hours, let's just say no, you don't get a long rest, right? You continue to stay awake and argue with your nemesis.
Arch nemesis.
Arch nemesis. Throughout the first watch, within as the first hour ticks by, you hear those of you that are keeping watch. Again, you can hear through the dome the wailing and the laughing and the cackling as the bone claw just continues to taunt you throughout the evening, scraping and clawing against the ceiling and the walls. Let me have Adeptus and Hayes. Let me have Adeptus, Hayes, Asto all make perception checks. Well, actually, everybody that's awake make a perception check.
Mark's awake.
Seven.
Mark can't roll perception.
21.
We have a 7 and a 17. Okay. So as you guys, particularly those of you that are, Hayes, your eyes sort of, the exhaustion starts to wear on you. And as your eyes close for just a moment, you see the vision, the faces of the Rakshasa just burrowing into your mind. In a moment, while everybody's sort of like doing their own thing, and Asto is just cracking the whip, trying to figure out how to best to use it, you're sort of staring at the bookshelf just beyond the edge of the dome. You hear a voice whisper to you. well, you think that this protects you. However, this like claw just sort of like runs down the side of your face and you jump for a moment, startled. If I wanted to, I'd tear your throat out inside while your friends watched. But I'm not done having fun with you yet. Sleep well, kitten.
The only reason you're not dead is because you ran like a little baby bitch.
And now all of you hear it, just the laughing throughout the house.
Fucking laughing knuckles.
This shall be your tomb, children. I look forward to consuming each and every one of you.
If I give you indigestion, if you do succeed, you beast.
Sleep well.
Hey, this guy thinks he's better than us.
I don't know if he's heard, of us before, but we're kind of not to be trifled with.
You know, in Sholto, we're kind of a big deal.
The five best friends are known from coast to coast, really, across the entire boiling seas.
Well, you just let him.
Yeah,
let
so
him
is the
rouse you.
yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, do not let him rouse us. We must keep hope. The light of Lythander protects us. They are empty words. Take heart.
Well, it's super nice of him to say he's going to let us try and rest.
Yes, I did think that would be polite of him. I mean, you know, demon or not. I mean, 9 hells. Man's a gentleman.
Yeah, well, even if it's for selfish reasons to keep us longer here.
It is to regain his strength, for he is weak. It is a gamble. Believe me.
I wish I was as strong when I was weak.
DM, am I still able to take advantage of a short rest curse? Like, short rest is just like taking a load off. It's not really sleeping, right?
Let me take a look at the Rakshasa's curse for a moment. Because I think it just says long or short rest, but let me double check. As the first few hours go by, Asto, you are attuned to the whip. Quaylen, you have enough time to get a little bit of rest.
And I have said whip.
It should be in your thing. It's just not on your character sheet. I gotta like build it. You're gonna give me a minute. But it should be in your journal.
Five best friends. 5 best friends.
What category?
+2, -1, -1, -1. Maybe I have to tell you there's a minus few more.
No best friends.
Yeah, long or short.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Damn.
No benefit. The curse target regains no benefit from finishing a long or short rest. Sorry.
In that case, Hayes is going to take out this potion of healing that Gremlin gave him. Going to chug it back.
Yeah.
Oh, that is not this. I did not know. Oh. So, 8, 10 points.
Good to see you putting that potion to use, Master Cat. I feel we will need it.
I'm actually feeling pretty good after that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm very, very tired, as I'm sure you are. But yeah, at least I don't feel like I'm bleeding from every orifice anymore.
Has it been around 4 hours or so yet?
Yeah, the first 4 hours has gone by. Yeah.
Okay, then at that, I'm gonna just kind of close my eyes and doze off.
Yeah. Can I catch any sleep?
Yep.
Sweet. Just gonna fall asleep on top of the piano.
What's the rule with temporary hit points? They now have worn off, right?
Correct.
Damn it.
So who's keeping watch the last 4 hours? The two that can't sleep anyways.
I believe so.
Indeed.
All right, go ahead and make perception checks for me.
Sorry, 10.
13.
So again, the night is just racked with just noises and just all kinds of horrors just sort of creeping around just beyond the dome. The two of you each suffer a point of exhaustion. As the 8 hours goes by, and it's hard to tell you what time of day it is. At this point, the room itself is still dark. The house is still dark. The windows seem dim and dusty. It's almost like barely light, no light, but it dark. It's hard to tell if it's dusk or dawn at this point.
I'm not sure time flows as normal in this place, Master Cat.
I don't know if it does or not, but pretty tell the shadows seem to be jumping around in the same way, regardless of whether it's day or night.
It's probably that creature.
I believe so. I haven't seen him for a while, which worries me.
I'm sure it is all around us at all times.
As the rest of you begin to wake from your slumber, you notice the same thing, although the air and everything is comfortable inside the dome, the light, it's difficult to tell the time of day or if you've even slept at all. Nothing looks any different.
Grumnik's snoring subsides, and he slowly finds his way to his feet, looks around.
This place is just as ugly as when I went to sleep. Don't like it none.
It does not appear to have passed the days as, or the hours rather, as you have slept, Master Grimnick. It is unnatural.
Hey, couldn't have put it better myself.
So, you know, that creature that was supposed to come back? If it's out there, this spell for this hut is gonna end any second now. So just brace yourselves.
It has served its purpose.
Yeah, a little bit of smashing for breakfast. Ha ha!
With that, Gremnik readies his flail and his shield and make sure all of his plate is in place.
So you're feeling pretty good with that whip there.
Yeah, I think I'm finally getting the hang of it. I'll lash out at Adeptus again. What do you think, priest? Am I doing it right?
God, I'll strangle you with that thing.
Can I do a strangle attack with the whip?
Make an attack roll.
Make an attack roll. I want to attack him in the fucking dungeon.
Don't strangle me, you twit. What do you think it was?
Don't threaten me. 16.
And make a... I'm going to give you... Make a performance check.
Ooh, never had one.
You're a terrible performer. I've seen you sing karaoke at the sea bars.
Please tell me that works around his neck and shuts him up.
So you're trying to just wrap it around his neck?
Yeah, just tighten it so he shuts up, so he can't speak for a second.
All right, and lastly, Adeptus, go ahead and make a...
As he does, I do a warding flare. Oh no, hang on, bollocks. He's already rolled. You're the one trying to strangle me.
You fucking dared me. You said you were going to strangle me.
Make a strength check, Adeptus. Strength save, whatever. So it does as the whip sort of just wraps around your throat, and he yanks you towards him, and he just pulls you right up to him.
Yeah, Master Grimnick, what I tell you, I could use this thing, eh?
I strike him in the face.
Make an attack roll. So as you do, he just sort of like yanks on the whip a little bit, and you just kind of go flailing around and into the ground behind him, it's like skidding across the floorboards.
I just step faced, crazy fool.
Let's cut the madness.
What beer is this for the morning?
Can I speak?
Yes, yeah. It doesn't stop your ability to speak.
Quickly strike him! The madness has taken him! The thing has possessed him! I knew it would find a vile vessel to nestle itself in.
I'm gonna jump off the piano over Val's head and land next to Kalita.
The Inquisitor pulls out his mace. He says, "Yes, well, I only knew it was a matter of time before the cur turned on us."
What's your time, mate?
Listen, Astor, listen, we got bigger problems than you proving things. We got backwards hat man and the bone.
Listen,
the bone
mate, I came in this fucking dungeon without a weapon that could hurt anything. I'm just having a little fun, all right? Relax.
I sling a stone at Astor's head.
Again, as he's speaking, he just sort of dodges out of the way as the stone just slams into the wall behind. One of the paintings just falls and crashes to the floor.
Why?
We're never making it out of here.
Have you got so many stones in your pocket?
I've only used one before this, you prat.
Pretty sure.
With the bickering, Gremnick roars and puts his flail through the piano. Or tries to, anyways. Holy the fuck, that's a bad roll.
Oh man, we are dead.
We're just getting the bad ones out of the way. Don't worry.
That's enough of all this. We got bigger things to worry about.
He just slams. He goes to slam the hood, but the flail just sort of like glances off the hood. The hood like slams shut on the piano as the flail just sort of like bounces off of it. Some wood splinters.
Mark 1 sees the piano as the enemy.
Oh.
What have I done?
Oh, no. I'm pretty sure we needed that piano.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh my god.
We need a piano. Who's carrying that?
Yeah, as Mark walks up, he just takes both hands and slams them down as the piano just like crumbles, the three legs breaking.
Astor's just nodding in appreciation.
Gosh.
several of the strings snap.
Oh, I'm gonna go over and start playing on the keys. Do you still work, you beautiful thing?
Ding.
Markwood sees Val hitting it.
Oh.
Yeah, the piano does not work.
It was nice.
Oh,
I guess much like that chicken.
You keep that rogue away from me, hedge-born knave.
This is it. This is where we all die. Okay. So if we're done fighting each other, and good thing we have our weapons drawn because I'm sure we're going to need them pretty soon.
Well, I'm definitely ready for a fight. Not that I can hit anything, apparently.
Some things will never change, priest.
You're just lucky I don't incinerate you. I'd hit you with that.
Is the bubble dissolved? The hut.
Yes. The shadows just sort of begin to again, just sort of begin to like choke the room as they seem to have a life of their own.
How are we all feeling? Any of us feeling uneasy, seeing nemesis and such?
I believe it's Nemesai.
Nemesai to you too, Astro.
For one, have no nemesis. There's no one at my level.
Let's go find that backwards cat and get to the smashing. Be done with this place.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be here anymore.
But we stick together like. No more lollygagging, no running ahead, no falling through the floors. We stay together.
Yes, a splendid idea. I find it highly unlikely that we should die here if we're not here at all. Perhaps upstairs, though.
No touching anything either, gnome.
So,
I will
Gremic, what?
hold hands
What?
and remember each other's buddy, and nobody gets lost.
I hope we can tie ourselves all together like a big conga line, yeah?
Oh yes, and then you can eat us like us on a string.
Like a
Like a
bunch
kebab.
of sausages.
I don't know what you speak of.
Like a bunch of boiled eggs on a stick.
Ah, yes, exactly.
I ain't eager to be returning down any gullets. Been down that road. Not going again.
I think you get a boiled egg right about now.
So, we've been through the basement. I think we've been through every room here. Place this size, be worth looking upstairs. Unless the rest of you got a better idea.
Well, I did notice there was a staircase. Where was it now?
And there was a locked room in the main room that...
The weird plant was. No?
The weird plant, there is nothing weird down there already.
Was there not a staircase on the right?
Oh, on the far end of the wall, yeah, I touched the door and I passed out. I do know that in the first room there was a locked door that we did not see. Looked like there was at least another room or stairs of some sort when we were coming up from the basement. And I think there are some doors against the back wall that we did not see either.
A locked door, eh? Well, that shouldn't be much for the likes of you two, for the way old Gremnick's seeing it.
Yeah. What say you, Inquisitor?
And at this point,
It's your expedition.
I have made my my convictions clear to Lathander, and at this point I am much like Master Adeptus and Master Hayes, sort of praying for a swift and merciful death.
Well, that's not my way.
I have yet to determine what your true way is, brutish as your tactics may be. However, if you're asking my opinion, I believe this room is the only one I am, other than the basement or the cellar, that I have been in besides the main two. Has someone searched below us?
Below us is it seemed to be pretty clear now. I think if you want to come with me, I think I'm going to check that locked door on the far side.
Hey, we're coming with you. We're all sticking together. Gremnick punctuates the words, pointing at the people around him in turn.
That's what he had me. I've never heard of
So where are you headed, Hayes?
I believe that this door over here was locked.
I was going to assume everybody's going with you, so...
Yeah.
Everybody's holding hands and going with you.
Holding hands.
Which door was locked? You said?
So I thought it was...
Yep. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, wow, roll 20. Okay, move.
So you guys make your way through the main ballroom area, if you will.
I'm having some technical difficulties with the thing.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is being a little iffy. So just don't try to move your token around. I'll just assume that you're all in that room for now. Yeah, the door itself is locked. It's.
As we're walking along together, I'm holding Kalida's hand since we're all hand-bound. And I brush a little bit of polar bear fluff off her arm and smile.
Oh. I laugh awkwardly.
The Inquisitor, the Inquisitor turns to you and or just sort of looks down at the exchange. And interesting. So, what are you doing, Hayes?
I'm going into my bandolier and then fumbling around one of the pouches and just a little tired, so I can't really. It takes me a couple tries to actually grab pull out my set of lock picks, kind of look at the door and look at the hole. I like to just check it for traps first.
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
This would be considered an ability check, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I get.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, doesn't it? 12.
So you search around the door itself, the hinges and everything. You don't see anything that looks like it's jumping out at you. Again, your eyes blur for a moment as you're sort of looking at the doorway, but you feel confident.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use my little tools there. I'm going to get down and get my face right next to the opening of the hole, and I'm going to take one hooked looking piece of metal and a more straight one, but towards the end it has a zigzag, and I'm going to sort of rotate them in a counterclockwise fashion, trying to catch the mechanism.
Right. Go ahead and make a thieves tool check or whatever.
As Hayes is doing this, I'm whispering in his ear, "Do you need help?"
No. Oh.
And as you jump, as she sort of whispers in your ear, you hear as the door opens.
You're welcome.
I go. So we're open. I should not really be the first one in. I'm tired.
I'll go.
Actually,
So we're all counting as being in, adjacent to Hayes.
Yeah. You're all in the same space. Yeah.
I don't mind going first.
It's okay. I got this. You're right. As I get scared, I just kind of back around to the other side of Hayes again. If you insist, Asto.
Someone needs to take initiative.
Yeah. So as you enter the small space, it is sort of stacked with various tools and sacks and crates. It looks like some sort of storage.
We'll immediately start rooting around, see if there's anything valuable.
Yep. Make an investigation check.
Please bear with me. It's been very slow. Really slow. It scrolled. Oh, I scrolled too far. Investigation. I have none. Boss now. That's a 13.
And give me a wisdom.
Me?
Oh, you're all by yourself.
And as you begin to root around in some of the crates, just a bunch of dust gets caught in your face as you begin to cough. The door behind you slams shut and the darkness just closes in. Your eyes take a moment to adjust as the shadows just seem to like close in around you.
It's not funny, but
roll a D100.
Did we see the door shut?
Oh,
yeah, you did.
Did it roll on? I don't see the roll.
Asto. He went in alone.
Wait, Asto.
About fucking around, mate.
No, she's not fucking around. Promise.
Hayes, can I see the door? It's totally dark in here. Or?
Roll a 1D12 for me. Actually, you know what? Ignore that. Ignore that.
I can't see on my
that's
screen.
all right. That's all right. Here you go.
Discord.
Yep. As the darkness sort of closes in around you, you see you see yourself back on your ship. Your crew sort of huddling around you, as they've done many times before, but this time weapons drawn as they, begin to descend on you, smiling these wicked smiles upon their faces. Helpless for a moment, you try to struggle, but you're almost restrained as you don't have much room to move before they grab you and they put you. They restrain your arms as they begin to walk you. Everything shifts and you're walking towards the gallows. You see the courtyard, the greens of Pelladorno, where the gallows have been set up as a crowd gathers, and you're beginning to be placed into the noose. You're the crew looking out in the crowd, standing front and center as the door swings open in the light, and all of a sudden you see Val again.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna look out at Val.
You alright there, Asto?
Fuck you.
Whoa. I thought we were off to a good start.
I'm gonna come back into the room. Did I find anything?
I think it was just a black room. You didn't see it. Maybe.
He's turned on you now, Elf.
Asto is
You
eyeing.
did this to him, didn't you?
Asto's one eye eyeing
Me?
everyone in the room.
Yes, you priest.
And contempt.
So what'd you find in there?
I don't know. I saw things.
Hey, what the shiny things?
I up everyone trying to make sure they are who they are. Yeah. Nothing. Never mind. Just my eyes are playing tricks on me.
Make an insight check.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Do this on purpose.
You know, you thinking about it now. I mean, you don't know any of these people. What do you really know about them?
Do I really know about any?
Maybe Adeptus was working with the Inquisition all along.
Shit, man, that's too deep for right now. Hold on.
Now they have you trapped in the house. They have you trapped in here. You're trapped.
No.
Do I notice anything?
Can I run
about Astos?
off of Mark and climb on the chandelier? Is that a thing?
I mean, yeah, it's
All right.
Dungeons and Dragons, man. You can do anything. Make an acrobatics check.
Yes.
Are you trying to stay on the chandelier? What are you trying to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to get above everybody.
As you jump, you jump up, you dart up. So to answer your question about you watch as Asto sort of looks around hesitantly before he just darts up, climbs up Mark 1 and leaps onto the chandelier, swinging for a moment before the whole thing tumbles to the ground.
Oh.
Do I fall to the ground? Can I skip off of it?
You fall with it. You take four points of fall damage.
Nick jumps back from the jingling, clanging, mess of like glass and pirate.
Ah! What are you doing, man? You're acting like the gnome.
Well, he was alone for a second in that room.
I told you not to. Everyone stay together.
How is it? How is it you lot came to find us? All the fucking places, some shithole, fort, hole in the wall. How come you lot just stumbled through that door like it was nothing?
Way I recall it, you found us.
That's true. Weren't we trying to sleep or something?
I about reckon we was locked in a storeroom, barricaded us in. When Master Hayes here bursts in, pins me to a fucking wall.
No, you burst in. I yes, I pinned you to a wall. Yes, but you burst into us. We were trying to sleep. What does this have to do, Asto? What are you talking about? What does that have to do with anything?
You know what I mean?
What?
All of you.
I told you. I told you.
It was you that led me here in the first place. Yeah.
Me to have stepped sway over you, the great swashbuckler.
It's
Really,
smuggling.
please.
Needed smuggling in incognito, he says. Who hired you? Is it Asma? Is it Avray?
What are you blathering on about? Trap you where? In this place?
None of it makes sense. I sail you across the Viridian. Easy enough, right? The next thing I know, we're set about by orcs. We're hiding in some shithole. And then your 5 mates come bursting through the door. What coincidence, huh?
What if we're all part of a dream? Somebody's dream, and we haven't met them yet.
That's the whips Val.
Make an attack roll.
Yes, good. Shut up. You'll only encourage him.
Shit. I know that.
Go ahead and roll damage.
I'm sorry.
So 8 points of slashing damage, 4 points of poison damage. Val?
I'm sorry.
I remember
And
in the description of the weapon, the poison damage is like by choice of the wielder.
well,
It's plus 1d6 to an attack roll, right? I still don't have.
I think
on
it
the
says you
weapon
may
piece.
add the poison damage, is how it's worded, though, if I remember right.
Since I'm new to the weapon, I'm gonna claim some ignorance. Try not to hit him.
Well, I mean, what are you trying to do? I guess what is your purpose in lashing out at whipping Val?
I'm trying to check see if it's a dream from a safe distance.
Yeah, so you're trying to attack her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, 12 points of damage total.
Sorry.
Fuck you! At that,
Some
she
fucking
like
dream.
just casts fear in his direction.
So it's strength 4.
We're going to kill ourselves
Pulls
in this
out a
place.
white
Doesn't
feather
even
from
need
her
to.
pocket and just tries to scare the fuck out of him.
Scared the fuck out of him when you killed that chicken.
I'm sorry, I don't swear much, but eat a dick, Asto.
Asto, make a wisdom saving throw. So you're not sure what Val is attempting to cast, but you watch as she begins to, do some motion with her hands and begins to whisper words in Elven.
Right. It worked last time, mate. It's not going to work twice, is it? See, fuck.
Well, if you lot will hold him down, I can attempt to lay hands, but fuck it.
At that, Val runs across and just puts her hands on Asto.
It's your fucking mitts off.
But as she touches him, she casts Bestow Curse.
Oh no!
What are you doing?
Guys!
Man, you fucking hurt me with that whip.
Hurt my feelings.
Make another wisdom saving throw. If this keeps going, we're gonna roll initiative, but
I will fucking kill you. I have no wisdom. Stop doing this to me. Not 20, not 20, not 20, not 20, not 20. 10. So I have disadvantage on everything.
Not everything.
Do not disadvantage my attack roll.
It's gonna be on your charisma.
I got none of that influence.
is this normal Master Adeptus, can we be on with it? I prefer if we die, I'd prefer to do it in combat, not...
Why'd you keep asking him stuff for? As if he knows what's going on.
Well, okay. Asto the Red. I'm not certain what your plan is here. We all came here together.
Grab him, I grabbed him.
Well...
I specifically remember telling you all I didn't want to come in here. I came in here to help that. All you've done is insult me.
Everyone, grab him! And with that, as the Adeptus rushes and strength check to grapple him.
Yep.
So you can lay hand.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the check strength.
Yep, you both do.
Are you serious, bro?
So Adeptus, you fail to grab him as he just sort of like wriggles out. Anybody else?
Oh yeah, my noodly arms cannot hold him. Someone!
Why don't we... Whoever is attempting to grab Asto, go ahead and make a strength save.
Yeah, Gremnik will get in there.
All right. Well, okay. So between Quaylen and Hayes and Mark 1 just comes up behind you. Hayes sort of like darts behind you, and you sort of roll backwards into Mark's arms as he just begins to clasp around you. The priest now walks up to you. You can see him. His hand starts to glow and he starts to incant in the name of Lathander.
Asto's lying with pure contempt. If his hands were free, he would kill this man.
I bade thee, Lathander. Bid this soul of whatever cursed nature.
And he slams his fist into your chest. He casts lesser restoration.
Is it done?
Oh, fuck. I'm like here.
You watch as the Inquisitor slams his. He casts lesser restoration, and then it quickly pulls his hand back. Asto, you feel the paranoia begin to leave you. As he sort of looks up at you and looks down at his hand for a moment, sort of opening it and shutting it. Curious.
Master Hayes, Master Grimney, Val, I apologize. He turns.
You got your head on straight, pirate?
He turns to Adeptus and just mouths, "Fuck you."
I mouth back, hedge-born knave.
Born in a hedge and had a stick up my ass, man.
Sorry for trying to curse you. You really hurt me.
You fucking my mind, mate. Telling me it's a dream, I had to check, eh?
I was just trying to take you off the other topic.
Yes, Val, diplomacy is not your strong suit, clearly. Stick to playing your instruments.
Yeah, clearly. I only passed as the High Inquisitor. But...
Well, yes, and other artisan pursuits, I suppose, such as putting on a play.
Why have you been to one of my plays?
Get upset.
Although,
No,
truth be
Pickard.
told, you could get us here and save the Inquisitor's life, so maybe a little spark of Lathander follows you, Lady Val.
I'm guessing that the lesser restoration cured the curse I put on him?
Negative.
Okay.
No,
Curses are sticking.
I gathered that from the curious hand wiggle.
I am going to... Well, it's a concentration curse, right? So it only lasts a minute.
Sweet.
So I'm going to stop concentrating on it, and I guess you can get your charisma back.
How does someone so have so much power? He just shakes his head at Val and just moves away.
Now that we're done wrestling with the pirate, old Gremnick's gonna go take a look and see what drove him crazy. Maybe someone wants to come with me, so I don't go crazy myself.
I'll be right with you, Gremnick.
So the two of you, so the two of you sort of like slowly creep into the tight closet space, and you see very similar to the image before: crates, sacks, some old tools, a bit of like eatery, silverware, that type of stuff. Nothing immediately grabs your attention.
Hey, there might be a secret passage or some clues about.
Gremnick starts rummaging through it, looking for like liquor and treasure.
Make an investigation check.
Oh, what shit! Damn.
Yeah, no, you don't find much actually. In the what you do find is sort of old and rusted, and after trying to rummage through a few things, you watch the shelf itself sort of rots and collapses, and a bunch of stuff falls. It makes a ton of noise, and a bunch of dust kicks up into your faces.
Come on, Cat, let's get out of here. It's useless.
Okay. Okay, I leave. I follow Gremnick.
As Gremnick leaves the room and walks into the big room, kind of dusts himself off.
Well, that won't be troubling the pirate no more now.
Plays it off like he just did something useful.
I just stand behind him silently, shaking my head like... Okay, are we done fighting each other and closets and things? We got literally bone claw things around and actually in some very serious danger. So...
You worry too much, Master Hayes.
I'm just trying to make sure we all have our heads together. We're good to go. I'm not trying to die here. I don't know about any of you.
You sound a little panicky, Cat. Yeah, you're doing fine. You're feeling okay. You got your head on straight.
I'm feeling like myself.
You're not feeling like you need to be grappled by the group of us.
Let us not turn on each other. Okay?
We don't need to pile on you.
And I pat Gremnick on the head and I go, "Don't worry, Gremnick, I'm okay." And I do like a little hair tussle with him. Oh, that's rather greasy. Oh, terrible.
That's what you get for getting too close to Gremnick. Hands off, Gremnick.
Oh, my hands smell horrible.
I would shave the fur off that hand if I were you, Master Cat.
It might come to that. Yeah. And okay, so are we good? Everybody okay?
Let's go looking upstairs then.
There are a few more doors in here if you want to see. It looks like there's some to the north, on the north wall. Am I correct, DM?
What were you saying there, Kalita?
Oh, he might want to try and lick that clean.
No. This is not going near my mouth at all.
I'm afraid I don't speak hobo tramp hair, so I cannot say that it wish to be groomed.
So you see two doors to the north. There's one to the south that I don't believe you've been through, and then the one that leads to the stairs to the cellar, to the west.
Okay, so the southwest corner over here.
Here. Come on, and here.
Okay. Yeah, this one. I'll check out this one here. Check it if it's locked or trapped.
Hey, no one on their own, like, remember.
I know I'm not leaving the room without anybody. I'm just making sure the door is open.
So
hey, just making sure.
All all traveling together. You check the door. The handle seems to open. The door creaks a little bit as you push through. You remember briefly when you heard the clawing and everything coming from this side of the room. Right now you hear nothing.
I am thirsty. I'm gonna drink this healing potion. Still kind of pissed. I have a healing potion. I'd like to drink it.
Okay.
How do I? What do I?
What's it? 2d4 plus 4? Is that basic? I never remember on the healing potions. I don't know why my mind blocks.
Phony.
8.
2d4 plus 4.
Yep.
Or 2d4 plus 2?
2d4 plus 2, so 6.
Oh, 6. Awesome. Anyway, carry on.
Okay.
Carry on.
Wait, a potion's a roll?
Yep.
Huh.
So
Yeah,
Greg, if you want to...
I guess Constitution and how you take to it, I suppose. Like with booze, who gets pissed off.
Yeah. I just figured, you know. So different set prices of the amount of dice we get to roll for the heal, right?
More or less, yes.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Someone besides the squishy rogue want to enter the door first?
Hey, you
I'll
little
do
gremlin
it.
going through. But you come with me, like. I ain't going by myself. You gotta be right behind me.
I'm right here with you, and everyone, we should, you know, if it is not a closet, we should go in together.
Gremnick readies his shield and his flail and kind of inches his way into the room, looking about furtively, ready to smash things.
So as you enter the room, it's a fairly well lit area. The room itself, I can fix this. I don't know why all they did this to me. The only one that really notices is Adeptus and how well lit things are. So as you guys enter the room, it's sort of a well lit, sort of clean environment, almost like you're walking into sudden brightness. And it's laid out in a as if 4 people are about to eat dinner. It is a very well maintained, clean looking dining area. Several bookshelves line the back. Some cabinets filled with what looks like fine eatery. A fireplace in the back corner.
Liquor cabinet?
Make an investigation check.
It's 8.
Yeah, so no, you don't seem to find any alcohol or any food or no pantry or anything like that. It seems to be all very nice utensils and dinnerware, flatware.
What kind of monsters lived in this house?
Couple
Keep a
other
single drop on hand.
couple other trinkets and things like that from some civilization you're unaware of. Little statues, stone and wood carvings, paintings line the wall. Very, very nice looking, as if you walked in and you're expecting, a family to sit down and eat any minute.
This don't be in keeping with the rest of the place, like. I don't like that. Don't recognize most of these things here. No. Where are you, no?
Yes.
Gremnick starts to point out the little figurines and knickknacks.
That be meaning anything to you?
Oh, splendid. What a discovery you've made.
Can't smoke it, can't drink it. What good is it?
What good is it?
That's funny.
Wait, I can't. Wait, what?
What? I don't know. What are you laughing at?
I saw something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, yeah.
So with a 17, yeah. So you notice a lot of it is from that same Skigian art. Some of it seems worn. A lot like wooden, carvings of some of the deities that they worshipped. And nothing intrinsically of a ton of value. Although you do notice, amidst the, some of the carvings, there is this sort of like painted golden mask, like looks like some sort of like ancient, like Skigian war mask.
This is quite interesting.
Seated next to like a large horn. It seems to be made of bronze with these inlaid carvings depicting some sort of like winged women, hovering above a battlefield.
Can I pocket the mask and then bring the horn to Mr. Gremnick? It's like a drinking horn, or?
What was the mask?
It looks like a musical horn.
Oh, a musical horn. Well, I noticed the person.
No,
Did you
don't.
say musical horn?
Yeah, it's some kind of musical horn.
Ooh,
It's cute,
I'm-
isn't it?
I'm good at those. Do you mind if I give it a shot?
Give it a blow.
Okay. I guess this one. I'm proficient in this.
In horns?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I do advantage on rolls? Is that what proficient is?
No. It just means you add your proficiency bonus.
Gotcha. Ahem. Ahem. All right, here we go. Oh wow, this is a nice horn.
So as you blow the horn, right? You watch as around the room begins to materialize these shapes and forms, these sort of horrific-looking warriors, large, begin to appear in sort of spectral form all around you, carrying large wicked battle axes, horned helmets, large curling beards, like large dwarves of legend, standing 6, almost 7 feet tall, massive, as they begin to slowly surround you. And with that, we'll take a quick break.
I was about to.
Oh, good.
Ah, you really fell from the anvil onto the coals this time, Elf.
And with that, we'll be right back.
Hey everybody, my name is Ryan, and I play Haze of the Field of the 5 Best Friends. Enjoying the story so far? Catch a live episode on Twitch, twitch.tv/2 charisma. Thanks so much. See you there.
Toddler in bath
Yeah, and we're back. By popular demand. So again, Val, as you blow the horn, the room fills with these spectral, Viking-looking large men with axes and spears and swords, as they all begin to come towards you. You see roughly 11 of them.
Every
enter the
fucking
room.
time I touch anything. She goes every fucking time.
One of them sort of steps forward towards you, like in the mist, and it's.
Igor, that's correct.
What language is that?
I'm sorry?
Kurvato.
Did you just summon an army?
Alright, kill the Raksasha.
They sort of look from side to side.
Gnome?
Yes.
Gnome?
One second, I'm trying to translate it. Do I have any idea?
Make an intelligence check.
Ooh!
Look at that.
So you don't understand the language. This is not a language you're proficient in. But judging by the mannerisms and everything, obviously these are some sort of ancient skiing spirits, if that's a thing. The language itself is reminiscent of a couple that you're familiar with. Based on everything that's happening, you feel they're awaiting some sort of orders from Val.
I believe they are awaiting some sort of direction.
Oh.
The mighty blower of the horn is the legend foretold, I'm sure.
That wasn't a pretty good
Mighty
horn.
blower, that one.
Hey, you heard it.
Is there anything else going on with this mask, though?
Are you trying to identify it?
Yeah, sure. I'm identifying. I'm going to identify you.
Just try pointing in a direction.
Like ritual? Are you trying to take 10 minutes and identify it? Or are you casting identify? When?
Oh, yeah, I'll just cast
identify. So it just seems to be some sort of golden mask. It's valued. You put the value somewhere around 750 gold pieces.
Hey, yeah, that's a good idea. I look behind me and point to the wall and say, "Go stand there for a minute, please."
They sort of cock their head and all start to move over to the wall.
Oh, they listened.
Thank
Don't
you.
suppose any
There's
got a
one
spell
thing
for speaking tongues,
you
like.
should not do is listen.
Hang tight for a minute. Sorry, Astro, what? What's that?
Does Asto recognize the mask?
Make a history check. You don't recognize it as if you've seen it before. It's not anything that is jumping out at you.
Trash.
I want to pay attention to the best of my abilities to how long these guys are actually gonna stick around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which wall do you have them hanging out at? This one? This one? This one?
Like right here.
Okay.
I guess 11 of them. Can they fit in this?
Yeah, I mean they're sort of spectral, so they're kind of like all intertwined, like within each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, does anybody know how to figure out what they're saying. But it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't seem necessary.
I think you just can use like sign language to get the point across.
You know, cracks it. Look at them. Stand to, you filthy dog.
Esto. Esto, I think they might actually be here to help us, so maybe not attack them right away.
Not attacking them, I'm just cracking the whip to get their attention.
They sort of like all turn their heads towards you in unison. Again, large men, right? I mean, you're talking average 6'5" to 7 feet tall, very burly, even, you know, but obviously ghostly. The axes and swords raised as they... Gurga, Victor Cascara. And they just like sort of start slamming them against their like spectral forms. This sort of like odd spectral sound just reverberates across the room.
Yes, I can't do decades.
I'm gonna just blow the horn again.
Nothing happens. They just stand there.
Interesting.
I think that maybe we should try to take advantage of the situation and maybe go on the offensive. Try to attack any of the... If that Bone Claw shows up, maybe hunt him down.
Yeah, let's go smash it. These folk look pretty well versed in smashing, don't they?
They look very well smashers.
Yeah. Where do we start?
Well, where ain't we been?
Where is there any other doors in this room that we haven't been in yet?
There is one to the north. Another one that it seems to lead back towards the stairs to the cellar.
I could check to see if this door is locked.
Hey, you know, yeah, you give that a good going over, Catman. You know, make sure it don't be blowing up in our faces like.
So I'm going to do the usual check it for traps and then try to pick it if it's locked.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Yeah.
With disadvantage.
No. I'm pretty tired, so I hope this works. And that's a 9.
So again, your vision blurs a little bit, but I mean, you feel confident. You don't see anything. There's no wires. There's no hidden mechanisms in the door frame. You reach out for the handle, and it turns.
Okay. The Gremnik, it's unlocked and it doesn't seem to be trapped, so back to you, my friend. I'll be right behind you.
How about we send Mark through first?
Hey, Mark can't be turned crazy, right? He doesn't have that kind of brain in there, does he?
No, not at all. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, I'm right behind you, metal man.
What? Well, Mark, anything? Yeah, he's not gonna answer, I can tell you that.
Alright, I'm going in. Someone follow. Someone come in. I'm going in.
I'll be on to Master Grimney.
Alright, Eric, you be right behind me, pirate.
Gremnik walks in, once again, shield and flail at the ready, looking about furtively.
Wait, what you see?
puzzle, Gremnixy?
Dwarf.
As you guys make your way into the room, the room itself, it's sort of a small kitchen with a bit of with a furnace, stove that is lit and burning fairly well, as if recently lit, or somebody recently put fuel on the fire. But
is there anything we can cook?
Make an investigation check.
Trying. It's been super slow.
If Gremnick's also searching, but for different things, does that count as working together?
Sure, I'll give you advantage. Who all is going into the room, just so I know?
Can we all fit?
Yeah.
We'll all cram our bodies inside this room.
Yeah, it's not very big. It's incredibly comfortable, but yeah, you could all fit in there.
Yeah, we slept in Val's tent.
Take up much room.
We take another nap? I could use one.
So as you begin to look around, you don't see any food stocks or anything that looks like it would be used for cooking. The cabinets are bare and dusty, as if they've been empty for a significant amount of time.
Ah, don't make no sense.
However, as you all enter the room itself, the door shuts again, slams shut behind you. The room itself begins to get very hot as you watch the heat in the stove and the fire just begins to burn hotter and hotter and hotter.
That's not good. I'm going to try check the door that's slammed.
All right, you go to reach for the handle, and the handle's hot. Now the metal is heating up on the door handle.
Is this a door in the northeast?
Correct. There's two doors.
I'm gonna move away from the fire and check the door for traps.
So you can make an investigation check.
Asto, you might want to hurry up, or we might cook in here.
Guys,
and the heat is increasing as the fire is getting. It just starts to burn hotter and hotter.
Oh my god!
And hotter. Sweat begins to pour down your faces.
Asto, just forget the traps. Just break down the door.
Is the door locked? Can I go through the door?
Yeah, sure. You go for the handle, and at this point, the handle itself is red hot.
Son of a biscuit.
You take 4 points of burn damage as you reach down and grab it.
So I turn the handle, can I kick it open? Just get through there.
The door is locked. It's as you try to turn the handle. I mean, if you want to turn this handle, you gotta grab it and turn it. That was just like you grabbed it and pulled away.
It's locked. Can I pick the lock?
You can try, but however, the metal is incredibly hot. So go ahead and make a lockpick check with disadvantage.
Door is wood. Just break it.
Is that thieves' tool?
Thieves' tools. I'm sorry. Yes.
It's asking for attribute. It doesn't say disadvantage.
Dexterity.
Next
attribute.
So as you go, you try to take your tools out and you begin to use them, and you're trying to wiggle them open, and it just the heat is just is too much. The metal on the lockpick itself begins to burn in your hand through your gloves.
It's no use. Go back.
And With that, Gremlin starts like taking his flail to the door that they came through in an effort to smash it down and get through it.
Ain't cooking up in here.
It's 27.
27 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, it's not the day I fry.
7 bludgeoning.
So as you hammer on the door with the flail, bits of wood splinter everywhere as the door sort of like bursts. It is still shut. You've made a significant amount of damage, but the door is still standing.
Gremnick winds up to give it another go. Anyone gonna give me a hand with this?
Astro's gonna step up with the cutlass.
All right, everyone, as the room begins to get the heat begins to get chokingly hot. You take 4 points of damage from just the heat emanating from the stove now.
4 points. I rolled a 26, so tell me.
Except for Mark. Mark doesn't take any damage. Hello, Mark is starting to glow. You're attacking the door with the cutlass?
Yeah, I hit for 20.
Yep.
I attacked.
Go ahead and roll damage. Yeah.
Did it sneak attack on the door?
No.
Never saw it coming.
There's no way that could do.
Yeah, so you slam into again, you're trying to chop at a door with a cutlass, right? A wooden door. So as you're beginning to kick, you're fighting, with Gremnick, you slam. You sort of like the cutlass blade goes through a chunk of the door as you pull it out, and the wood is starting to splinter and pull, so you can feel like the door is weakening, but it's still standing.
Can Kalita create water and put the fire out?
You can fucking create water?
I was on mute trying to ask that for long.
These guys are bastards.
Yeah, go make a wisdom save, I guess.
Before I cast the spell? Okay.
Yeah. It's sort of like determining your magical water versus the magical fire, right? So, Kalita turns quickly and towards the fire. You sort of fight through the heat to get there. You have heat resistance, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So make sure you don't take 4 damage. You take 2. Okay.
Okay.
But as you're pushing through, so you have to get close enough to the stove to do it. The heat gets fairly intense. You take another point of fire damage as you push through. You get to the stove and you summon the water and you watch as it just sort of bursts into the chimney area and just like spills out the sides, and as it does, steam just emanates and fills the room. The steam itself is hot and burning for a moment before it starts to cascade out the cracks in the doors and everything. The visibility is rough as steam fills the area, but the heat does start to subside.
Woo.
Astro's one eye is just marveling at the bullshit Kalita can conjure.
Why? What an incredible display of ability. Perhaps a small spark burns in you as well.
Perhaps.
Lysander has clearly blessed us all. High Inquisitor, you cannot refute this evidence, surely.
Flora?
Yeah, maybe he wants to bless me through this door already.
Gremlin continues wailing on the door with his flail.
Make an attack roll.
I'm gonna do this.
23.
Go ahead and roll damage.
7 bludgeoning.
Another 7, and with that you do. So that the flail cracks the door enough that you're able to reach around the other side, and as the temperature cools, you're able to turn the handle, and the door does open.
Gremnick bursts out of the room looking wild and overheated, dripping some sweat and condensation.
Ah! Don't like this place.
none of you have seen a wet backseat before, but it's not a great sight. Hayes just walks out as you would imagine a cat that was just in a sauna, just like with a look of misery, ears pinned back, just like he just took in a bath in the water that Gremnick just took a bath in.
It's a good question. I mean, do you guys do they have sweat glands?
No, this is just the water from the room, the heat, and then the amount of steam. Soggy cat
sweat of people.
Yep, gotcha.
Right.
My word, Master Cat. I didn't think you could sweat.
I can't. Oh.
A good part of that, I imagine, has come from Master Grimnick. My condolences.
Don't it.
With that, Gremnick shakes off like a dog.
Were we all in that room?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
For some reason.
My bad.
Yeah, we're always together all the time, I believe.
Alright. Are the phantom figures still there?
As you are watching them closely.
When they all turn their heads towards me, is that like obedience or contempt?
Roll insight.
Roll insight?
It's probably just looking because you just snapped a whip at him.
Whip willed out of that effect.
Along what I assumed was like the front line. Imagine like the vanguard. I just snapped it in front of them like I was ready to give them a war speech.
I think it's probably like that.
It's all right, guys.
Run away, mate.
What is wrong with you? Throwing fucking stones, casting fireballs, but throw stones instead.
Wow, I could have incinerated you. You're lucky. I think I still have. I have unruly spells that I'm not allowed to control. I kill us all. I'll do it. Don't make me. Swashbuckling rogue.
You are one of them, mate.
I summon a spear as fire in the middle of us. We all burn.
Well, on to the next death trap.
The seventh house.
It's a 20-minute speech by the GM about how we incinerate slowly, reaching out for each other's hands as we slowly burn.
Oh, you're starting to get it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We should keep on the move, yeah?
Mr. GM, I can't seem to get out of the burning room. Or not burning room.
Let's move on.
So are they still here?
Yeah, they're still standing there.
Okay. I'm gonna look over to them and kind of gesture to like a wave circling, like a follow me wave. Follow us.
A circular wave, like rally.
Thank you. What do I call you?
They all just sort of like start following behind you.
Gotcha.
What language do they speak?
They speak. I don't know what it's called.
Forgive me if I don't rely on your opinion. Master Quayle, You have a good command of languages. What do you think they're speaking?
I'm afraid that's no dialect I've heard before. Miss Val is quite accurate in her description as the language being ha 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 ha. It's as good a name as any.
I suppose there is first time for you to agree with the elf. Very well.
Well, let's go where we ain't been yet. Let's keep moving.
Is there a lavatory about this place? Those boiled eggs have been playing havoc with my insides.
Yeah, whole place is a lavatory, yes, Grimnick.
There's a sink right over there, priest.
Oh, we'll do at this point.
So, where haven't we been?
There's a door up here.
20, better stop messing.
Left or right?
There's one off to the right here.
I asked, you want to take the right door out to check out the lift?
What you want, mate? If I could control roll 20, I would.
Yeah, roll 20 is being a little difficult for me as well.
Make a performance check.
So same thing, investigation, and then pick the lock. It is locked.
We have to make investigation rolls.
For which door are you looking at, left or right?
Let's go on the left.
I am on the left-hand one.
Okay. No noticeable traps. Again, you check the seams. A little frustrated, sort of wiping some of the wet fur from your eyes now as the sleep is just getting harder and harder to deal with every time your eyes sort of close for just a little too long. The face of the Rakshasa just appears, laughing. As you sort of shake your head back into it, you feel confident there. You don't see anything.
I rolled that so long ago.
This door, however, is locked.
My door?
I don't know which door you're at. I'm talking to Hayes, who was looking at the door on the left.
Can I try my door?
Sure. You just reach out, grab the handle, begin to turn it. It also appears locked.
Going to give this a shot. I'm getting pretty tired, so I hope I'm able to do this.
Yeah, if your tools don't work, Catman, don't you worry.
Gremnick pats the soil.
Mine will.
I got a little something up my sleeve too, I think.
I know how you feel. Just focus your mind. Yes. I have faith in you.
I appreciate the depths. Oh, 14.
Yep. So as you get in with the tools, after a little bit of time and frustration, you just can't seem to get the lock open before finally you manage to get it.
Oh, this lock should not have been that hard. Okay, listen. I can't go ahead. I need to sit down for a moment. If someone else wants to check what's in the room,
I'll take a look, but we ain't leaving you alone out here, Cat. You're sticking with us.
Asta leans in to shoulder support Hayes.
Yeah.
Gremnik once again readies the
Oh,
shield and the
That's
flail.
appreciate.
Starts inching forward into the room. Come out so I can smash ye!
So as you make your way into the room, there's a sort of dimly lit candle on the desk of what looks like an office. There's more papers strewn across the desk and the floor. Some look like they're half burned and charred. Books line the shelves, but they're all sort of haphazardly dug through. A small chest in the corner is opened. Some of the contents seem spilled out onto the floor. The fireplace is cold.
Gremnik's like drawn to the chest naturally. Starts examining it.
Make an investigation check.
That is a 4.
So as you dig through, there's just some papers and some books as you sort of dig through the chest. It looks like someone's already beaten you to it. A lot of it looks already picked through. The majority of it is fairly useless. You do find, a small box that has what looks like maybe 150 platinum.
Gremnik kind of peeks inside the box and, looking over his shoulder furtively, he pockets the platinum as quickly and quietly as he can.
Clayton totally sees him.
Does Asta see him peeking around the door?
You guys can make perception checks to see if you see him. And Gremnik make Gremnik make a sleight of hand is what I should have. Make it easier.
Sleight of hand? Okay.
Yeah. So if a 13 doesn't beat your passive perception, you saw him.
What's passive perception?
It's underneath your skills on your character sheet.
I've got a 14. So I look up Gremnik.
14 perception.
Gremnik.
Yours is a 16. Yeah.
Yeah, dwarf.
What are you going on about?
Listen.
What you got there?
There. Oh, just a bunch of paper and trash, like it's no good.
It's trying to hide coin from a couple of thieves.
I found platinum. All right, just get off me back about it.
How much platinum did you find?
I ain't counted it yet. But
Can't count.
So we are resorting now to common thievery, are we?
Easy dwarf.
Asta looks at the Inquisitor, wondering who he's talking to.
He's a dwarf, and I'm the racist. Yeah.
Saint thievery, it's recovering valuable evidence, like. As an investigator, I'm sure you understand.
Oh yes, quite.
Is there anything else that sticks out about this room?
Make an investigation check. With disadvantage.
If someone wants to give me a hand looking around the room, so I'm pretty tired, I could use a hand.
Asta's going to be supporting Hayes the whole time around the room, so I guess he's going to help him.
Just a straight roll then.
Uh, 12. My rolls up.
You sort of dig around the room through some of the paperwork. Again, a lot of different weird artifacts. Nothing that catches your attention. or really draws the eye. The documents, sort of looking through them, just seem sort of mundane and ledger-esque. Some small journal stuff. A lot of stuff about the history of Skeeg, and their people, culture. Again, just sort of nothing that attracts you.
Just some scholarly material, it looks like.
Master Cafe could do something with it.
Possibly.
Gnome?
What was that? What was that? You say mundane journals?
I got books for you to fight.
A book to fight? Where's Mark? Mark fights my battles. 1 second. Do I investigate this book? Is that what's happening?
If that's what you're doing, yeah, make an investigation check for the paperwork.
Allow me to investigate this book. 25.
So now you looking at the paper with a sort of scholarly eye, you're looking at the paper scattered everywhere, and a lot of it is research material. Some of it is records of artifacts. Obviously being transported, some correspondence between the Scholarum and one of the other relatively well-known historians there, between them and Master Argonel.
Very, very interesting.
Digging through the paperwork, you do find what looks like a land claim, like a small deed.
Say to where?
Looking through sort of quickly, it seems to be some sort of ruined, or some tower ruins, somewhere in southern Casarda.
Yes, I think I can use this indeed. Is any of the other research material useful?
Nothing that's useful just looking over in the moment. I mean, you can try to gather some of it up, but...
Yes.
Okay.
Unfinished work of a dead man,
Okay. Go ahead and add it to your character sheet just like that.
I like that, though.
What do you see in there, Master Gnome?
Just nothing of too much importance. Several correspondence between the estate and the Lyceum, but nothing of too much substance, I assure you. Do I need to make a sleight of hand roll to put that thing?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's what you're doing, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they care about it anyway. I'm just
Oh,
toss some of these things in my bag.
Do it anyways.
I'm just gonna stuff these in here. They're just pieces of paper. I'm stuffing in my bag. Not to worry.
Yes, gather some kindling.
Yes, exactly. Yes, kindling. That's what I'm always worried about.
Go find a bunch of papers and nobody says nothing. Grebnik takes a little bit of platinum.
No, you have platinum.
What?
Where's all the Queen's cut?
What are you talking about?
I've up until this point thought you to be a little bit above your station, but your eye for kindling in the future really demonstrates your worth.
Oh yes,
I
my hand is flame and all of that. Yes, of course. Crazy me.
Yes, well, if we're quite done robbing the estate of the poor professor and his family, could we perhaps move on to the demon that is inhabiting the household?
Okay, you're probably right, priest. Let's go kick it in the next door then.
Asto, you want to give the lockpick on this one a shot? I'm not feeling quite up to it.
Yeah, we'll just pry the door open with the priest's firm, inflexible sense of right and wrong.
Asto.
Strong investment.
Well, I've grown attached to you, haven't I, Master Grimnick? Surely
yeah.
there's some grey area.
I was just speaking of our new friend, like.
Oh yes, well, I'll be sure. Next time I'm in a dwarven city, I'll be sure to pay a visit to the grave sites and rob them of all their artifacts. I'm sure your people have no clemency with that sort of behavior.
I ever tell you about that time that the cat almost got a close shave?
There's shudders at the word clemency. But then he rolled a 23 on the thieves' tools. So do I pick the up?
You do. So very easily you get in there and the door opens to a stairwell. It seems to lead upstairs. The darkness sort of
used to be a
closing
upstairs.
in. Yeah.
Mark 1, after you.
All together, like. No man left behind.
All together. After Mark.
Take a rear guard.
All
waiting
together.
to make sure everybody gets up the stairs.
Friends.
Like children do when they leave school.
All about what children do, priest.
I'm not touching this rogue's hand.
Mr. Scratchy Claws, come out of the closet.
All right. Yeah, place a little tune as I try to get Roll20 to cooperate and let me move your tokens. Sit tight.
Has to pick that lock so easily. And we're standing here waiting for the beast to come and kill us. I'm sorry, I got nothing.
Fucking stop it, mate. Fucking, why have you always got to put down on it? Is it
I'm
bad enough? Just shut up.
You know, I was thinking though, like, you know, we go into a room, it starts like lighting up, it get real hot, and I had a hard time breaking it down. I'm just saying, like, what if we just stay here?
Well, stay near. What do you mean stay here?
Like,
that's a ridiculous
wait for it.
Mate, fucking house is talking to us. Can we just...
If anything, we should try to break out. Stay here? What are you, mad?
Grimnick had the right idea before we even came in. We should have just burnt it to cinders.
There's enough rooms for 5 best friends to live here comfortably.
Live here? Have you lost your mind?
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I swear, Val, you are the most ill-conceived elf I have ever had the displeasure of meeting.
That's rather disappointing.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
The priest.
The priest. I have something for you. And
It's
I
another rotten egg.
Oh, it's yeah. And I like try and put it into his hand. This smelly, cracked, green, hard-boiled, rotten egg. Which is
Now, I know we
we
had some debate about this, but I would like to fix the shell, leaving the rotten egg inside, and hand it back to Val.
On the egg.
So you're trying to cast mending on the egg. Is what you're saying.
That is exactly what is
In the
happening.
middle of action, you're fixing an egg. How many spell slots does that cost?
It's a cantrip.
Well, like I was going to mend anything else. The holes in your shoes, pirate.
Mate, mind, mate. What do you mean holes in my shoes?
The taciturn Gremlic's clothes.
I'm fairly certain, though, the way that I ruled on this was that it is essentially, although we consider it an egg, it is like a biological organism.
The shell is dead.
Single cell.
Well, the shell is never really alive, I guess, in that regard.
Exactly. No, thank you.
But it'd be like trying to repair some sort of chitinous shell on an insect. Or
seems about.
I mean, that egg is not good to eat.
Okay. In this instance, I'm going to allow it to happen. So, just for argument's sake,
bless this shell.
The shell of the egg just begins to mend itself and now becomes a perfectly formed solid white egg.
Just blown away.
I just silently tuck it back in Val's pocket and just I smile and put my fingers over my lips.
If you two had half a brain between you, you'd be fucking dangerous, mate.
While they're playing with an egg, Gremlic's inspecting the suit of armor.
Careful, swashbuckler. I believe that veered on a compliment.
It squeezes the whip as it's coiled at his hip.
Make an investigation check on the armor.
That again.
You're
good
with eggs.
That's an 8. I'm rolling fantastic tonight. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed.
I think it's roll 20.
Yeah, so
I mastered in home economics in the Citadel. I am very familiar with eggs and their chitin shell.
Knowing Lythander, do you celebrate Leicester?
I have no idea what you are speaking of, you reprobate.
I'm sorry, it must be where I'm from.
We can forego all the fine touch with the locks on the next door. I'm just gonna open it with your skulls!
When our guys are about to get killed and they're talking about eggs and how to fix them. I don't...
Guys,
Yeah.
if this is gonna be the last one of our lives,
What the fuck I have to put up with? And you wonder why I'm so cranky.
Inquisitor, if we make it out of here, I might have you just kill me and put me in jail forever. This is a...
I would be lying if I said I wasn't already debating it myself, but the odds that we make it out of here alive are so low at this point that,
Speak for yourself.
Fuck it.
Bad attitude.
A mission as well as the High Inquisitor.
Don't you worry, Fancy Pants. I ain't letting you die here. You owe me a parade.
Yeah, me a parade.
Yes, quite.
I want a parade. I was doing this for free.
Parade for you? You work for coin, nothing else. The tramp does it for free.
I saved his life not once, not twice, but thrice like. He owes me. A royal writ declared me heroism.
Here's Grimnick, here's me too.
We've been over this, Master Grimnick. He does not have that capacity in his power, no matter how many times you stitched him up.
And I also hate to be a stickler for details, but I believe a good portion of this evening my life has been endangered because of you as well.
Well, we're here because of you, man.
He's right.
Yeah, weren't my fault he got skewered on that bone claw like a lizard.
Yes, well, I would also like to point out that even if your story is accurate, which it seems to be, and you're being hunted by some sort of demonic creature that has now made its home in the city, killed several scores of innocent civilians, and permanently dampened whatever estate here, as well as slaughtered the family that existed here. I mean, all of this is tied back to you as well.
Sounds like the beginning of a fine tale, the beginning of an epic. The kind of thing you'd pass down to generations of your children. Name it a Gremnick.
I bet odds, mate.
More like the kind of thing I'd tell my children to, stay in seminary school and perhaps study one of the trades.
You know, what are they now?
Surely, High Inquisitor, you should know. If anything, this is a credit to us. For a devil of the nine hells would not search out or take a contract on one that was besmirched by evil. Surely, you can see that the actions of our party have led this demon to us. And that is because we strive to do the right thing despite our appearances.
Yes, well, your morals may be ambiguous at best. I will give you that, Master Theodore, and don't take this the wrong way, but yes, this is perhaps the most excitement I have had since my campaigns in the wild frontiers. But you are a lively group, if not untoward and a bit brutish, roguish, garish. I don't approve of all your methods, but we are still here, we are still breathing. To that point, yes. Let us fight to survive.
There were far too many syllables in there, mate.
But I don't understand the egg. Could someone explain the eggs and the fascination with chickens?
I can't let anybody explain the egg.
I don't know if we have a good answer for them.
I'll tell you all about it while somebody takes a look at this door and we get ready to go through it, like.
Are eggs not the light of life? Do they not begin every dawn, which is a person? Lysander blesses every egg, I believe.
But is it not true that there must first be a hen to lay the egg?
These are Wittering's theories. Anyway, as I was saying, Master Inquisitor.
Well, I would argue that based on the origin and where the egg comes from, that it is in fact a creature of darkness, for where it does originate, the sun doth not shine.
Interesting.
Sounds about right to me, mate.
That was a joke. That was my attempt at a joke, Master Theodore. I'm so sorry.
I laughed internally, High Inquisitor.
As you should.
We'll have to work on this. We'll have to work on this when we get out of here. Grimnick.
Bleeding internally.
Right, what is happening?
I'm going to go through the door.
Gremnick's like trying to smash the lock off the door with the flail, partially to get through the door and partially to drown out the conversation behind him. Just like make some noise.
The door in front of you? This one?
Yeah. He just like picked the closest door and put his flail to it.
Yeah, so you're just like hitting it just to make noise?
Yeah. Like try to like bash it on the handle and make a big metallic ringing and kind of get people's attention.
Okay. Yeah, and it does too. I mean, it like you hear like a creak and a splinter. Some of the wood splinters off the door.
Look at me, I'm the cat man, opening doors like.
That is pretty good. Very close to what they do. Very close.
Are the lot of you ready to, continue exploring this death trap? Or are we going to talk about eggs and whatnot? Eggs.
I'd like to get out of here and find somebody who can rid me of this curse, and as soon as possible. So.
I'd like a jug of stout for either hand, cat.
Did the door open up after Gremnick smashed it?
No, it just like splintered and sort of bent inwards a little bit. He didn't hit it that hard. He didn't hit it that hard.
Say it's not.
It's not open though.
Right.
Yeah, it opens, fairly easily, if not a little warped now.
All together now.
All together. After you, Mark.
Into a smaller hallway with 3 more doors. One, 2 down the end of the hallway, and 1 directly across from you.
Place don't end. Like a maze. within doors. Within doors. Within doors.
Might as well just get as many of them as they can. Please, someone come with me while I check this hallway.
I still follow his.
Yeah, Gremlick's gonna go with him.
I can't move myself. Follow you.
Just guys, just tell me what you're doing. Use your words.
Okay. All right.
Those follow Hay, who's exploring the hallway, which means I'm exploring the hallway too, and Grimnick's tagging along.
Okay, so everybody's kind of trying to explore the hallway. Gotcha.
We're all clustering to go there like pheasants. Like
So
scared
you have a
pheasants.
door as you sort of eke down the hallway, and the darkness, even with your dark vision, the shadows just seem to just like pitch black, as if they're like angry and aggressive, almost pulsating, as you get closer and closer to the doors in front of you. There's one to the south, and there's one to the east.
I'd like to check the one to the east.
Okay. The door itself, are you examining it for traps? Is that what you're doing?
Just the same thing. Make sure it's not trapped and
If
check.
Asto is helping you, go ahead and make a straight roll for investigation.
I appreciate the help, Ast.
Is he on disadvantage?
Yes.
I am, because I have exhaustion.
I didn't realize that. Okay. I'll do it from now on.
15 on the investigation for the trap.
So as you begin to examine the door again, you don't find anything untoward. Just the nerves in your and the hair on the back of your neck standing up as the shadows just seem to be almost like begging to like burst out and attack you. The door itself is unlocked and opens up into a sort of wide bedchamber.
I like to look around the bedchamber. Just before I step in, I want to kind of give it a once over.
The bed is made. There's another small chest at the foot. Let me open this. Just try to get you all in there so you can see. Several nightstands. The room itself very neat and tidy, if not a little dusty.
Don't see any shadow monsters or Raksasha in here, so I think we're okay.
I would not be so quick to judge.
Yeah, you keep your sharp things handy, nonetheless.
What are you doing? I'm sorry.
Checking under the bed.
Kalita, so you sort of lift up the sheets themselves, and you sort of peer under the bed. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
She can't be. It's not her alone. She's looking under the bed.
Mm-hmm. Did I say that was the rule? That's just what you guys said.
Well, it's been working so far.
All right, go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Oh, God.
So you sort of peer under the bed into what seems like a just vast dark void. You expect to see the other end, but it's just darkness. Even your dark vision just be you're sort of like it's like permeating. You can see sort of the edge, but the darkness just keeps flooding in gets closer and closer. Now it's just creeping towards your face, almost paralyzed. You're standing there, staring into the blackness until all you see is black.
Okay, I'm just catatonic and seeing black.
You watch as now you can flee. You fling yourself away, and you feel across the floor, but everything is black. You are now blind.
Oh.
I reach out to Waylon's tiny ankles and I'm like, Waylon, is that you? I can't see. I can't see.
What the devil happened to you?
Don't look under the bed. Don't look under the bed.
Davy, you all right, lass?
I just grab at my eyes and keep screaming. I can't see. I can't see.
Ah, House got another one. Fancy Pants, where are you?
Yes, coming. I have a limited supply of these, so.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I think I've seen you enough. I might be able to pull this little trick myself.
Gremnick stokes up his pipe and kind of squints at Kalita and blows smoke around her face and kind of jabs at the air with his fingers, gestures like a wild man, and casts Lesser Restoration.
Very nice.
Alright.
And Kalita, as you sort of blink and squeeze your eyes, the light begins to sort of come back blurry. As you see sort of Gremnick's face just way too close to yours, puffing smoke.
Are you alright, lass?
I've never seen so well. Ah! Thank you.
Well, well done, Master Gremnick. It didn't have quite the flair that mine typically does, but
I'm a much better dancer, though. You see it?
Aye.
That he kind of moves unsteadily towards the chest he had begun to inspect previously.
Yeah, what do we got here?
Esther's gonna move in on that chest too. After the shenanigans with the plan.
What are you just investigating?
Yeah, I haven't opened it yet. Yeah.
Before I open it.
Make an investigation check.
Do I get it with advantage?
I would say no.
Unless the trap is in the shape of a liquor bottle, Gremnick probably won't see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 12.
So as you sort of look along the edges of the chest, and you've seen Hayes do this quite a few times. It's not something you're fairly aware, but the sort of dungeon diving isn't really your forte. But it looks clear. It looks like any other chest you've seen.
Then
you look through the lock. There doesn't seem to be any sort of mechanisms in there.
I'll open the chest.
No, but as you open the chest, the darkness within, you sort of feel it just sort of pull on your essence. It's sort of cold. It just sort of rips through you as you open it. You take 12 necrotic damage.
Oh.
As the trap is triggered and just sort of sucks the life from you quickly as you sort of fall backwards, almost like faint.
I mean,
it's the old necrotic spell on the chest trick. I know all about that one.
That's the thing, guy, mate. Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah,
You all right, pirate?
I'm tired. I couldn't expect.
So when that happened, did the chest open?
It did.
Master Gremlin, take a look inside.
If you're sure, you give yourself a going over. Make sure you're all right. And with that, Gremlin starts rooting around in the chest, hoping to find that satisfying clink of glass on glass.
So you don't find glass on glass. There's no liquor in the chest.
I
You
hate
do,
this house.
yeah. You do find there are a couple other trinkets, a small ring that seems to glint and shine in the limited light in the room.
Aren't you a shiny one?
And a bag with several stones, some familiar to you, some rubies, a couple yellow sapphires, star sapphires, and one in particular that has a really odd greenish, not like emerald, but like a weird greenish tint to it. You've never seen anything quite like it.
Oh, well, aren't you a pretty thing? Gnome? Gnome!
What a curious stone.
It's a shiny one, ain't it? We're worth a pretty penny if you ask old Gremnick, but it ain't an expert.
Let's just see if we can devise what type of stone this is exactly. 22.
What are you doing?
I want to know what kind of stone it is.
What did you roll?
22.
No, but what investigation?
Yeah.
I don't make an investigation. Make a Arcana.
I can do that too. Damn it!
No,
10.
what is it?
I'm usually quite good at this.
Well, listen, I'll give you your first roll, but with your Arcana bonus. So, what was your first roll?
My investigation. 22.
Yeah, but it was a 15
It's
plus
the
7.
same. He's
so.
got a +7 to either one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
base roll with 15.
That's fine. So 22. So you are familiar with these, although you're sort of shocked in the moment, because they're incredibly rare. But they date back to the age of Netheril, and they are essentially stones that were named for the god of knowledge and prophecy, revered across revered on many worlds. They come in various shapes and sizes and colors, each one indicative of what the stone's function is. And they're known to imbue whoever they are beholden to with some sort of elevated feats of property or strength or whatever it is that the particular stone's function is. It is an Ioun stone. What it does or what its purpose, you're not sure.
I've read about these. I am both shocked and awed in the moment. I have never seen one.
There.
This is a very ancient power. I don't know quite what it does. It will require further research. Why don't you let me hang on to it for now, and I'll get back to you. Okay?
Gremnick's eyes narrow. I'll let you hang on to it. In me pocket. How about that?
Yeah, it'd be much safer in a book. What do you think?
Gremnick's eyes narrow even further.
Who's gonna go looking in one of those? Am I right?
Gremnick leans down and forward a little bit towards Waylon. Who's gonna go looking in me pocket? The smell of him kind of wafts forward.
So please, let's settle the stone once we get out of here. Gremnick, I know you found it. It's pretty. We'll go over that. Please, I just want to get out of here.
As you guys are talking, Asta's going to try and steal that stone. We got to roll sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand against Quaylen's passive perception, I guess, or sleight.
My passive perception.
Yeah.
My passive perception.
So you clearly notice Asto trying to steal the stone from you.
Or just
Swan in his hand.
turns his head because he's trying to look at it. I'm looking.
You watch those sticky fingers, pirate. You already owe me for the whip.
Perhaps it is safer with you.
Look, we discussed the value of the whip. Then we split that platinum, mate.
Well, it would appear that your morals extend no further than your own two hands, at least. You steal from each other as well as anyone around you. Interesting.
Yeah, it ain't really stealing if we ain't decide who owns it, right?
So, if you left the property, it has in fact not been stolen.
And yet, none of you seem to understand why some sort of monstrous demon is after you. Spending as little time as I have, spending the little amount of time that I have, it really is no shock to me.
I assure you that someone did not contract a demon from the 9 hells to rebuke us for stealing trinkets, High Inquisitor.
This world is filled with trinkets, some small and worthless, and others powerful and disastrous. You should be aware of this, Master Theodore, as you spent time in the spires I did, yes?
The different things on this, and then nods.
Besides the Ioun stone, like, what's the rough value of the bag of gems?
Based on what you can tell by the gems that you found, like 4 or 5,000 gold pieces worth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I just want to give the room a quick once over before before suggesting moving on.
Okay.
You be careful where you poke that head, cat. Don't need you going blind or, try to walk on your tail after seeing something funny.
I'm slightly better at checking for traps than a friend here. I cannot roll. I've gotten that same roll like 4 times.
Yeah, you look around, and again, it's a lot of just like small clothes and garments and things like that. Everything's sort of neatly tucked away. Nothing catches your attention.
I don't see anywhere the Raksasha could be hiding in here. Would want to move on.
Yeah, we keep moving.
I wonder how many creatures are more powerful than the Raksasha? The great Raksasha.
Well, old Gremnick's no expert, but if mortal beings can be contracting it and getting it to do its will, it can't be too high on the pile, if you ask me.
Are those horn soldiers still following us around?
Oh, they got my back.
As you say that, you turn around and they are gone.
Oh. They're just hiding.
Do you still have the horn?
Yeah.
Maybe give that horn a little toot again, mate.
I don't know. If it works again, I feel like it'd be just wasting their time, because they just did nothing but stand there.
What else are they doing?
I don't know. Maybe they got, barbecues or something going on where they're from.
How did you ever survive before we found you, elf?
I stayed away from people.
Hey, well, for your own sake of your own hide, you stick real close to the people in the house, right? Okay? We all move together now. Out we go.
Wait, I want to fight something I want to get my hands dirty, Grimnick.
Hey, find you another nice chicken.
Yeah, something small. No, something big. Something to prove I am worth it.
You're feeling
Let's
feisty.
get you so spunky.
I don't know. Just you know?
It was that egg, wasn't it?
It might have been the egg. I had
Eggs
a good
are
rest.
the icon of spunk.
Guys, feeling good. Let's kick some butt. Dirty, dirty butt.
Let's get clobbering.
Yes, but refrain from having sexual feelings about it.
Where are you guys headed?
Of course.
Back into the hallway, I guess. There's other doors in there, you're saying, right?
Yep.
Could use some sneaky folk to look at these doors, like.
Can use some metal folk to go first.
Yeah, so whatever is the closest door to the one to the east. I will check that. Trapped and for locked.
All right. Go ahead and hit me with the investigation. You guys are killing me with these tokens.
No phone,
man.
I've got this has got to be something wrong. I keep rolling a 4. This is not okay.
I had that same 9 and 11 roll for like the last couple.
No noticeable traps, and the door swings open. The chamber inside is sort of dimly, not lit, but it's just sort of dark. What looks like a woman's what I would call a get ready room. So there's like a large mirror and makeups and perfumes, several dresses and things like that, hanging on the wall. A couple bins and basins for washing.
It just looks like a washroom.
What's in this one?
You just opening it?
No. I want to investigate.
So you emulate Hayes, for a moment. You sort of look around the edges and trace the edge of the door with your fingers, and you kind of fiddle with the lock and the knob a little bit. And
This all looks good.
looks all clear.
All right. I open the door.
As she does this, Gremnik takes a big step back.
I attempt to open the locked door.
No, it's not locked. I'm sorry. I'm just waiting for the
Oh no.
the door to open. It's stuck. Ah, there it goes.
Ah.
So the room inside is another small chandelier. Another looks like study with a writing desk and more books line the shelves, very similar to several of the other rooms in the house.
Ooh, this looks like something Quaden would like.
Gremnik has small flashbacks to his father's study as he walks into the door, and quickly makes his way over to the desk and starts rooting through the drawers looking for a stash.
Make an investigation check.
It's gonna work this time. I'm gonna roll a decent investigation check. You guys watch. It's gonna be in the double digits.
I'm watching.
Kiss my ass. That's a 5.
Yep. So you root through the drawers and the desk. And there's pens and blank sheets of paper, a couple letters, and other stuff that doesn't seem to value. No value, no alcohol.
Man,
Sure. I mean, how much time are you going to try to spend on that? Quick, like a quick scour, or?
Do they have them all spines out and labeled alphabetically?
Not alphabetically, but spines out.
Can I read any? Is there any that jump out off the shelf?
Make an investigation check.
19.
On my screen, that just stopped on the 1. No, the majority of it is nothing on the Ioun stones. There's some, there's a few, books, standard Netherese history texts that you would have at the Scholarum. Copies of, several different history books for a couple of the different regions in the area. Legends and, another copy of the Minor Edda. Sort of tucked away, you do find another copy of one of the older, and it looks like an early edition of Mir Zawad's archaeological surveys, the one that are fairly popular with the young folk in the Scholarum. Detailing, Mir Zawad's journeys to the Isle of Skeeg, with her compatriots and potential love interests.
A collector's item. I'll put that in my bag. Mark, here, take this. Master Aster, I believe I've located a copious amount of kindling for you.
What?
Oh, the rest of these books, they're common garbage, I assure you. Burn away.
You want me to throw it away?
Let's get out of here before this room tries to eat us or blind us or step on our toes or some such.
Aster just drops the pile of books on the floor.
Are there any other exits or entrances to this room that I notice? Beep beep. I didn't mean it.
Yeah, let's be out of this place.
Perhaps I was muted. Right here. On the western wall, there is one. Yeah. Next to the door.
I want to investigate this door. Is that what I do?
Sure.
For traps. At least I think that's what Hayes looks for.
And let me show you how to do it. So what you want to see is this. Look for this line over here. It fits to the hinge like this.
Okay.
It pulls a little mechanism like a pin, and that can be used for all sorts of things like. I'll help you look.
I mean, it's sort of what Hayes is trying to say, but a lot of it is sort of like he keeps losing his train of thought in the general exhaustion is just sort of wearing in. So it's just a straight investigation check for you, Val.
Yeah. No, I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I know you would.
It's looks good to me.
My vision isn't doing so well right now, so I'll take your word.
All right. Twisty knob. That's good. Let's do this.
Yep. So as you twist the handle and open the door, you hear several clicks, just a little too we'll see. It's just a little too late as the door opens with you, before the tension just begins to kind of slam back on you. Go ahead and make a dexterity save for me.
12?
12. So as with a few clicks, the door sort of swings wide open and then comes right back, leaves your hand and then smashes back into you. You take 3 points of force damage as the door sort of slams back shut again, pushing you back out of the room.
Ow!
I told you exactly what to look for. How did you miss? How could I possibly be more clear?
Yeah, I know. I must have missed it. You were very clear, and I understood everything.
Crystal. I've never been more clear in my life.
Yeah. Well, somebody else give it a go. Maybe let's go the other way. I don't know.
Well, then this might repeat. Do you think I maybe mark 1? Should I?
Try to pick the lock? No, I don't think his hands are nearly dexterous enough.
I'll give it a go. $16.
I don't think it was locked.
It was not. I'm sorry. You need investigation. I'll give you advantage because you know now that there's something off with the door.
Yeah. Tried to off my head. I go and I kick the door real quick. Stupid door.
16. How about that?
So as you begin to look at the hinge and you slightly open the door, you can see now in the hinge where the mechanism is that's pulling it and forcing it close, like it's a small pulley. Now you can use your thieves' tools to try to disarm it.
Okay. Nope. 19. Sorry.
So you reach your dagger up, and where one of the wires is on the pulley, you manage to sort of wedge it in, and with a slight tap from your hand, it snips the wire, and the door gets loose on the hinge.
What you say to that, Master Hayes?
That is how you do it. Val, see what Astro did? He's a much better student.
What did I tell you before, Val? Don't you touch anything. And I'm going to open the door.
So the room inside is another small corridor with dimly lit sconces on the walls, a couple, again, just additional artifacts sort of laid out in presentation form. 2 more doors, one to the southwest and one more to the northern hallway that you came in from.
Yeah, right. There's 2 more doors in here. Is there anything for me to pocket?
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Don't touch anything, Asto.
A gaggle of turncoats and thieves.
I'm gonna grab the first thing I see off the shelf.
11 investigation.
I'm actually not trying to take anything. Just trying to get us out of here alive.
Following the theme.
Val, so the first thing you grab is actually looks like a small sort of ornate, some sort of bone, like hair, maybe hair comb or clasp.
Ooh. Wait.
Um,
Yeah. Don't touch anything. I'm just gonna rub my fingers on it and then put it back.
What you asked, though, you don't really find much of real value. A lot of it seems worthless. There's a couple like bronze or copper, statues and little figures of those same sort of Skigian men that you saw the spectral forms of. Looks like some crude representations of them.
I'm gonna take one of those.
Sure.
Well, 2 more doors, guys. We can go left. We can go. Val, don't touch it.
I touched it. I touched the thing.
What?
The
No,
bone comb.
do not touch your bone.
Bone comb.
You lead the way, pirate. We're right behind you.
Let's keep the train a running.
You can go down to the bottom door. Roll into your left.
Okay. Looking for traps again?
Always. Investigate check.
I am gonna watch. Just watch. See what the hell pin you're talking about.
Before we go messing with the lock valve, we need to check for any suspicious mechanisms.
Okay. Again, so you sort of peer around the edges and look for the mechanisms. You're kind of showing her where to look and condescendingly tell her what to look for. You don't see anything.
The 11s are gonna roll for investigation. Like, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. 11. Like, jeez.
Next level up, I'm buff investigation.
Would you rather him now, or would you rather him,
I would be happy to roll an 11 on investigation, personally. That sounds great.
Should I try the door? Is it locked?
It is not.
Right, Val. You can touch it.
Nice.
Get the door.
Hey. My pleasure. Let's do this. I
Step
walk
aside.
in while pulling Asta with me. Never alone, baby.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, everybody's just piling in behind you guys. It's just a big group. And as you enter the room, this one is a little garish to you, particularly Val, like right away almost, because it's well, maybe not, maybe so. I don't know. I don't understand your character at the moment after the whole hen situation. But it looks like some sort of game trophy room. There are stuffed heads of deer and elk and other wildlife all over the room.
To the right of Asta?
Hmm?
What is this thing to the right of Asta? It's yellow thing.
It's just some sort of creature's head just mounted to the wall. You're not familiar.
What does it look like? Would it make a fine figurehead?
I mean, it is like stuffed like taxidermy. So no, I'm sure the salt water would quickly eat away at whatever it is.
Okay. Then I'm going to investigate the suit of armor. Why do I keep doing self-investigation checks? I know they're going to.
Eventually, you'll get one.
Yeah, I'm going to investigate a freaking armor.
Scooby Gang.
Killing animals should only be for necessity.
Hey, I beat 11.
Such is causing fear.
The armor itself, looks to be some sort of common, like weird, like lamellar hide and fur. It is, however, it looks old and sort of worn. and not properly taken care of, doesn't look like it'd be much use in an actual fight.
So sneers. Carries on looking around the room.
Yeah, room full of dead critters. That's nice. You know, more honest than the rest of the house, like looking all pretty and lit up. This one's just full of dead stuff.
So you have two more doors. You've got one to the west and one to the north.
We're running out of places for Raksasha. I feel like we don't know where we can find him.
I don't know. I still feel like if we wait somewhere, he'll just come. You know?
Oh.
I don't know.
Personally, I feel like if we wait any longer, we'll all go mad in this place.
Master Inquisitor, you are free to lead on. At the door on the left. Investigating for traps.
Listen, I know I'm tired, but I might be able to still help a little better on some of these investigations.
That's a 10.
Mm-hmm. Again, you feel confident. The door's a door. It seems just like a normal type of closet door.
I'll open it. If it opens.
Hayes does seem pretty good at this stuff.
I just we've missed a couple, and so it's. I know I'm tired, but I still know what I'm looking for.
The exhaustion is palpable.
Need to get some more of the potions the priests were making up at the temple. That's good stuff.
Yes, those little stamina potions in metal cylinders that the local merchant sold were very invigorating.
Did this door open, Mr. DM?
It did. The room inside is another what looks like sort of storage closet. There's several crates and like shelving unit with like two doors, like an armoire type thing, as well as some brooms, some candelabras that are unlit, that sort of thing.
Doesn't realize much here, Master Hayes, but you're welcome to have a root around.
I was just talking more about the doors. We've already had one slam in our face, and a box blew up. I might have a little more expertise.
Crack on, mate.
Okay, so we got this whole side of the house, not?
I think so. There's this door here. I think it just goes back into the hallway, though.
Well, I mean, if we're done sorting around as well, and let me just do the preemptive thing. I'm going to check for traps. I know they're around now, and I know what I'm looking for. Hopefully, dice rolling. Hey, that is better, but not much. 12.
Again, confident that there is no sort of trap or anything on the door.
Let's hope that I'm cognizant enough to not have missed something. I'm going to open it.
And it just leads right back out into the hallway where you entered.
Yes, Val, you were right. It just leads back to the main hall.
Huh. I feel like there was a few more rooms up here.
There are
might be like
there are still doors all over. There's another small door. I'm trying to show you. Here, if I can get it to click. There's another one here. I think you should be able to see them, right? You can actually physically see the doors.
Yes. Yeah. Just try not to meta.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, no. I tried to do that on purpose so you could see them. Like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Yeah. I'm. Ace is just gonna start going clockwise around the room and inspecting doors and unlocking them as they go.
Can I help?
So starting this way.
Yeah, please. Yeah, starting on the leftmost door.
Oh, clockwise. Sorry. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Yeah. And 19.
So this one you are very confident that there is no trap on the door.
Yeah, there's no possible way. There's no way to hide it in this door. Going to open it.
As soon as you open the door, it looks like another small bedroom. This one not quite as nicely decorated. Looks like perhaps it was some sort of servants' quarters, maybe.
Just a small bedroom here. I'm not gonna go in and explore these deep. I just want to make sure all the doors are safe before we go barging in.
Seems legit.
Try this one right here.
I'm gonna help again.
There's actually a lot of help left. Eh, 12.
Better than 11.
Yes, according to the math, yes.
Which one were you doing? Sorry.
This one to the right where I'm.
Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of this line that I accidentally drew here. Okay. Just doesn't want to do the right thing. Okay. So the small closet. So yeah, no signs of traps or anything. You open it up and there's another small. It looks like utility closet. There's brooms and it looks like old clothes packed away.
How many storage closets do you need? Jeez. Everywhere there's just stuff they're not using. Very strange.
Rich folk always got more than they need.
I don't understand it. The backseat, we don't have many things, and whether we get fine when we are contained and have enough, I don't get it.
My own people, we pride ourselves with things being useful when be laying around, not having more than what's needed. Efficiency, like.
Hey, exactly, yes. Correct you are, Grimmy. Okay.
So in total right now you have 3 doors still. You've got here, here, and here.
Okay. Oh, I missed that one. Yeah, I'll check this one. Check the traps.
I'm helping. If I'm allowed to.
I would love for you to. I really could use the help, honestly. I
feel like I'm learning.
You have nice sharp eyes right now. Mine are a bit tired. A 14.
All right. Yeah. No, confident that there's no traps or anything.
Yeah, just open and peer in.
Yep. Just another just sort of empty room.
Fine, okay.
Empty.
And then this door here. Is there a door next to it? It looks like there is.
Yeah. Well, so this is the one you came in through for the stairs.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why that's just still open for some reason. I just gotta fix that. And then there's the one next to it. Yep.
Come on, roll 20.
Sorry, this particular point is a little slow and dull. It's just getting the game to work right.
Yeah, it's a
yep.
9.
Fairly confident again, and this door swings open. This one is immediately a little jarring. It is a small, looks like a child's bedroom. Little toys, sort of put away nicely on the shelves. Looks like a toy, like sword, and shield, sort of like made of like a light wood, lie in the corner.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Hey, if you don't want to be sad, I don't recommend going into this room, guys.
I want to fight.
Master Grimnick.
Well, let's give it a little going over, shall we?
No, you are not to give a child's bedroom who may or may not be deceased a going over.
Might be signed to the Rakshasa. I mean, he did do him in, did he not? You don't think he'd want us to have it set up like we'd have to go looking through there and drag ourselves through the sorrow and the guilt and the shame like?
There's gonna be no booze in that room, Grimnick.
Grimnick stomps a foot impatiently. I know, the kid would have drank it all, but there might be other things.
You're not to steal anything from the room, Gremnik. It's a child's belongings, alive or dead. A little respect.
Look who you're talking to. To think that Master Gremnik would steal anything a child would hold dear. He's only after booze.
That is fair, but you know.
Well, and coin apparently.
And coin.
It gets you booze, like. Kind of grumbles and trails off. If you say it ain't worth looking, we keep moving. But it seems like the kind of thing, a devil would make us do. Go rooting through that room, like.
Looking is fine.
Agree?
No, I do agree. I agree. Looking is fine. I just don't want I don't want to find a little child's toy on you. When we're in the camp one day randomly and a little horse and chariot fall out and I find a Gremnick's been looting children's bedroom.
Don't you worry about Gremnick's pockets. They're mostly holes.
So Gremnick's gonna explore the child's room?
Not by himself, he's not.
No, we're gonna be in the room with him.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright, Gremnick, make an investigation check.
That is a 2. That is a fucking 2. Oh my god.
Really bad at this thing.
Yeah, dude.
So as you begin to pull through the drawers and the nightstands and start to move things out of the way, kind of toss things aside, you pull a piece of cloth and it's just this small porcelain like toy. It looks like a toy, like a little dwarven figurine. Just sort of rolls out and cracks on the floor.
Gremnik like winces at the sound, and kneels down to investigate the pieces.
It's in 2 pieces. It looks like it's broken in half.
Priest! 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 A hand! Your egg trick!
Master Theodore, I believe he's talking to you, not to me this time. Well, Master Theodore's gone deaf. It's a new form of madness.
Sorry, this place is very dusty. It's gathered in my throat. What did you say, Inquisitor? It's also in my ears.
I said the dwarf is looking for you.
Well, then, is he not?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm new here.
Well, note it down. Master Gremnik.
Yeah. I broke it. Can you fix it? I broke it. He kind of holds up the 2 pieces of the figurine cupped in his open palms.
I admire your sentimentality on this issue, but I will fix it possibly after this encounter. I'm not relieving myself of any energy to mend this, Master Gremnik.
Worth a shot. Mostly trying to appeal to the delicate sensibilities of those around me, like. Gremnik kind of carefully puts the 2 pieces back on top of the dresser.
Well, I would say that those delicate sensibilities in this place have become sharp and frayed.
Well, let's put the sharp things to good use then. Find something to use them on.
Stick it in a demon's face, straight from the 9 hells.
Now you're speaking me language. Out of this room then. Don't like the feel of it.
I imagine the corridor will be no better. This whole place stinks of corruption.
That leaves one more door to check, as far as I can tell. If the Raksasha isn't in here, then, no.
We've all seen those plays at the market. The prize lies behind the final door, does it not?
Yeah, I ignore those plays that much.
If it did, I don't suppose you carry on looking. So I reckon you're right, Prince.
I'm as ready to be out of this place as you, as any of us.
Well, you want to help me give this door that one to look over?
Yeah, let's do it.
You should take her on as an intern, Master Cat.
A natural 20 for the. The dice do like me for its stupid investment.
Watch and learn.
So as you sort of all pile up around the door, Hayes searches it, very confident that there are no traps or anything this time. Hayes, and you notice as you're opening it that there is a sort of dim light flickering, like candlelight, from inside.
The room is lit. Someone stay close.
Like the same as the oven room.
No, doesn't look like the oven room.
And as you guys,
I'm with you, Cap.
As you guys push your way in, you enter the chamber. You see there's a it looks like the large master bedroom. In the bed, a figure sits up suddenly and puts their face over their mouth. It's again the candlelight sort of flickering behind the.
Face over their mouth.
Their hand over their mouth. Sorry, hand over their face, like in shock. And it is again through the flickering light, looks like Lady Argonel, and she sort of sits up and says, "Well, oh my, what are all of you doing here? What is going on? Why would you just burst into my bedchamber?"
Wait.
So we slept downstairs an entire night.
What is the meaning of this? Why would you do? What is going on? Please don't hurt me. Don't hurt me or the children.
Not real.
No children.
Calm yourself, woman. Calm yourself.
This come on. This is no way. This is Lady Argonel. There's no.
And it is. And as you look closely at the bed, you see now. It is Lady Argonel, but through the sort of flickering light and the shadows of the candles, you see the sort of ghastly, bloody scene of this sort of looks like weeks dead Lady Argonel, her sort of butchered corpse just being sort of puppeted by some sort of unseen entity.
You are sick.
Well, it took so long for you to get here. It was boring. I had to do something with my time. But, finally. Are you all ready to die?
Yeah, if you're good enough, I guess.
I think our little game has come to a conclusion, no?
Yeah, we have seen it. It's just getting started.
Yes, come then, dwarf. Come then, 5 best friends. Meet your death head on. And you watch as the bed just sort of the furniture just gets flung to all the sides of the room. This sort of invisible entity takes shape in the form of this massive tiger-like demon creature, backwards hands, this sort of glinting jewels and fine coterie that it's wearing, this large saber that it draws from a sheath. It seems to just glow with this sort of sickly black-red energy. The shadows themselves in the room seem to undulate as if trying to reach out and fight you themselves. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Ooh. The scene is set.
Spicy sauce.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you guys for sticking in there. Thank you, family Fantasy RPG, for hanging out with us. Yes, the Rakshasa that has been hunting them for some time. And we'll find out what happens next week. Are they all gonna die? Probably.
One can only hope.
Oh, hey! Look at that viewer count. I think that qualifies us, does it not?
Sure. So we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and do as we usually do. We hit a certain number of viewers this week. So for 12, we'll go ahead and do a Steam key giveaway. Just go ahead and honestly, let's just make it Rakshasa. Best possible spelling you can do. We'll count yours, family, as being in there, Rakshasa. And go ahead and type that into chat, and we will give away a Steam key. I guess we'll just do it.
Prizes on their way to you.
Well, with that, thank you guys for sticking around. Again, remember, there's a good chance we will not be going next week. We may have a one-shot or something that Ryan is running planned. We will keep you posted. And with that, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.